Okay, welcome back. Today is Thursday, March 21st. Welcome back. We're gonna start right now. I was just sharing some information about Alticia, and there's something else I did not mention before, and that is really important for us and for the whole Academia de Idiomas. I want you to share with me, to send me by email, a picture of your ID, de su cédula, and one passport type picture. So a picture with a white background with just your face, but a clear picture, okay? So if you want to take it, if you can take a selfie just with on a white wall, it's fine, okay? So there's two pictures. One of your ID, una de su cédula, y una foto de fondo blanco, tal y como la que nos tomamos para para sacar el pasaporte, que le dicen blanco con su cara, just like that. And please send it to me by mail. This is my email, just in case, if you want to send me the picture. This is my email. I just wrote it down on the chat. It's darguello1522@gmail.com. Okay. So that information is really important. Every course, we need to have like a bank of information from all the students, and we need your picture IDs and a passport type picture. Okay, you can send it to me maybe at the end of the class or maybe tomorrow, but I really need this information during this before next week. Okay, so now let me show you the attendance form. Now it's ready. I promised I was gonna have it for you this week. So this is how I take attendance, okay? This is all my students from 3F, right? So this is our course. It's called Registro de Asistencia. It's like kind of a very smart attendance form. So this is all my students, your university emails, and this is week number 1, and this is where we're gonna start. This is week number 2. So every hour you are in class, every day and every week is gonna be checked, and it's gonna be checked on this smart form. Okay, so I'm gonna start calling each of you. Charlene.
Present.
Hi. So I'm not gonna be checking like each of these right now because it takes time. But what I do is that I usually do it at the end of at the beginning of the class, and then at the end of the class, I check this and I take the screenshot, and then I make sure that everybody stay till the last hour of class. Okay. So Charlene, Anna, Alexander, Anita, Alexander Castro.
Hi, Alexander.
Hi, Alexander. Thank you. Okay, Marjorie Corrales.
Hi, Miss.
Hi.
Present.
Do I call you Sabrina or Marjorie?
Sabrina.
It's
Prefer
fine.
Sabrina.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Sonia. Sonia is here, right? Okay. Hi, Sonia. Okay, Sonia, Noelia, Johanna.
Hi, Miss.
Hi.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Johanna. Fausto. No. Jose Enrique.
Hi, Miss.
Hi. Hi, Jose Enrique. Okay, Mercy.
Hi, Miss President.
Hi. Alfredo. Andrés. Okay. José Andrés Morán. No. María Luisa Moreno.
Hi, Miss.
Hi. Okay. Dana Muñoz. Danita.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Dana. Okay. María José Orrala.
Present.
Hi. Okay. Grace Paredes.
Present.
Okay. Karen Pincay.
Present.
Hi. Thank you, Karen. Let me see. I need, let me see, Lisbeth. Daniela.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Daniela. And Angie Villacreces.
Present, Miss.
Hi, Angie. And Yvette.
Present, Miss.
Hi, Yvette. Okay, so this is how I check whoever is in class or not, okay? So if by any chance you cannot be here, absences are not justified. I have to say this because I am the teacher, but if there's like, for any reason, something that is, that if you want to text me, if you need to send me a message, if you're not gonna be here, I mean, I really appreciate the fact that you are letting me know, but if you are not here, the attendance is not gonna be marked on this form, okay? Just to let you know, because we're only having classes twice a week, and this is an intensive course, okay? This is not like university classes, right? Where you have classes every week and you have like 4 months. This is only 2 months. And these are the policies, okay? But this is how I will be sharing this with you. So you get to see, oh, I was present. Oh, did she mark my attendance? Oh, yes, it is. So esta información no va a estar oculta, ni esto va a estar secreto. Esta información es necesaria que ustedes la puedan ver al final del curso. No sé si ustedes se fijan. Es un formato bien inteligente en el que ya todas las fechas están predeterminadas, ¿ya? Next week, which is March 28 and 29, recordemos que aquí comienza un feriado, ¿no es cierto? En nuestro caso, el viernes 29 no hay asistencia, no hay clases, pero el 28 sí, ¿ok? So this week and up to March 28, regular classes. March 29, aquí no lo voy a marcar porque ese es feriado y no se va a marcar. But then if we keep going, week number 3 and week number 4 and 5, everything has been set up. Aquí ya están todas las fechas, ¿ya? Están todas las fechas y si es que hay que modificar algo, pues yo, si necesito pedir ayuda, pues lo ajustamos. Y si ustedes se fijan, importante que yo les muestre esto, cada hora, cada sesión, cada semana de clase que usted asiste, este formato nos permite como que ir contabilizando incluso por número de horas asistidas, por las horas no asistidas, e incluso nos permite visualizarlo de forma porcentual. Entonces, así es como usted al final del curso va a poder ver aquí, allá, yo pasé con el 85% de asistencia, y sí, efectivamente, si usted estuvo todas las sesiones, por ahí faltó una, entonces, pues obviamente no va a tener el 100%, pero usted va a poder ir verificándolo aquí. ¿Cuánto es el porcentaje que usted ya lleva? Actualmente el porcentaje es pequeñito porque this is only the second week, right? But this is how we work, okay? And so now let me go, if you go back to Moodle, I'll show you what are we going to do in Moodle today. So last week, we started on unit number 1, right? This is where we are now. Let me show you just to let you know. And this is, let me see, sorry. This is where we are, right? This is like the first section of the course. This is what we did last week. We started working on unit 1, right? Every unit is going to be subdivided into 1A, 1B, and 1C. In some of the units, there's going to be some student book and workbook activities. And this is whatever we were doing last week, it's here. Si usted la semana pasada no estuvo en clase, esta es su primera clase, y usted no ha hecho estas actividades de la unidad 1A, these activities are open, ¿ok? Las actividades no es que se cierran o yo las bloqueo para que usted no las vea, no. Once they're open, they remain open. Si usted no pudo estar aquí, entonces le estoy dejando saber qué fue lo que hicimos last week, so you can start working on those activities. Maybe not now, because right now I'm going to start on unit 1B, okay? So today and tomorrow's session, we will try to keep working on unit number 1, okay? And again, every time we work any of these activities in class and Moodle, each of these activities are going to be quizzes, okay? And every quiz is gonna have a limited amount of time. So there's time in here. Let me go to language and then I'll change everything into English. So as you can see, attempts allowed, there's always going to be 2 attempts and there's gonna be a limited amount of time for each of the activities. So before you try any of the quizzes, this is what I usually do. I explained this last week. I don't know if someone, what did I mention about my class activities last week? What is going to be done every single week? I will repeat again, don't worry, that's my job. So every weekend, every week of classes, I will be sharing with you these slides. These are my slides. This is like the class material I designed for my students. And this is something I can share with you and I will share with you, okay? Yo todas las semanas, este material de clase que yo preparo se basa en los contenidos del libro del cual se toman las prácticas para la plataforma, pero este es un material que yo preparo para mis clases y que esto yo comparto con mis estudiantes. So this is where I take the link, I go to the Zoom chat, and this is what I usually share, the access to the slides. So if you go to the Zoom chat, you'll be able to access through the link. En el Zoom de chat, usted va a encontrar un enlace y ese es el enlace que lo va a llevar a la diapositiva, okay? So whenever I want you to work with me, this is going to be our digital book where everyone is going to be working on. So together, as we move through the different contents, this is where we are going to be doing all the different practices, okay? On this digital workbook or like a digital book, okay? But there's just slides, right? So this is my welcoming message to you to week number 2. And this is how we're gonna be starting today. So we're gonna start by describing people's physical appearance. So what do I mean by physical appearance? So how can you describe me, for example? My face, my eyes, the fact that I wear glasses, right? The fact that my hair is actually long, but because it's really hot, right? Como hay mucho calor, it's really hot. This is my hair. This is how it looks like, but I usually wear it like this because of the heat, right? But how can you describe me, for example? How do I look like? Anyone? Yvette? Angie? What do I mean by... go.
O sea, perdón, I don't know, understand. Please repeat.
We're gonna be describing physical appearance. So how people physically looks like. So what kind of information can we describe about someone? About facial features, we might say that, for example, Charlene has long brown hair. She's got, I cannot see Charlene like too close, right? But what I can see from the camera, through the camera, she's very young. I think she looks like she's in her 20s somehow, right? She's got dark eyes, a small nose, right? She has a nice smile, right? So I'm describing Charlene physically, her face, her eyes, her hair, right? Her nose. So this is like kind of physical appearance or describing physical description, right? So we're describing people.
Right. I describe myself.
Yes. Can you describe yourself?
Okay. I have thin, long, a long black hair.
Good.
And I wear a
Glasses. Okay, good.
I have a short nose.
Okay.
I have the eyes
Brown.
brown.
Okay,
Yes.
brown, dark brown eyes. Okay, good.
No sé qué más.
Yeah, okay. That's why we're here, right? Just to learn more words and then how we can use these words to describe someone, right? So in here, this is what I did. I added different people, okay? So this is different people, and this is how we can describe them. And before we do the description, let me show you something. In every slide, well, not in every slide, but usually on the slides, you'll find links, ¿ok? Si ustedes se fijan en las diapositivas, generalmente dice practice, practice number 1, practice number 2. Cada vez que ustedes encuentren estos enlaces en la diapositiva, son enlaces de recursos adicionales a la plataforma. This is not from the book, but this is some additional resources I usually use in my classes just to explain, right? And to do additional practice. So practice number 1, if you click on the link, let me show you. We can get the link so we can access the resource. This is called WordWall. WordWall es un recurso digital, very good to learn English. I really like this. If you want to do it on your own computer, it would be awesome, okay? La idea es que usted tome el enlace que yo le comparto en la diapositiva, lo abra en su computador o en la laptop o en la PC, de donde usted esté practicando. Pero la idea es que usted lo abra y vayamos juntos haciendo la práctica, ¿ok? So I share my screen sometimes. Sometimes I ask my students to share the screen. And this is how we do it. This is the first practice. So how can we describe this girl? Wavy. What does it mean wavy? Como que tiene ondas, solamente ondeadito. Wavy short hair, curly, bien rizadito. Wavy long hair, straight. So we have to choose only one. Okay, so the proper description would be wavy long hair.
Long hair.
Es la descripción que más se ajusta, right? To the picture we're looking at. What about this girl? What do you think? Curly, long, fair, short,
Hair.
Which
Short curly hair.
short, curly. But there's no curly.
No.
No.
Short hair.
Hair.
Short
Short
hair.
hair, right? Short,
Short hair.
right? Tiene el cabello sumamente corto. Okay, good. What about these eyes? Are they green, blue, light brown?
eyes.
Blue eyes, right? So that's the right
Blue
description.
eyes.
Blue eyes. Excellent. What about this girl? Long face, square face. Square es como cuadrado, ¿no? Square face, big
Oval
eyes,
Oval face.
oval face. I think it's kind of oval. It is. It's mostly
Wrong face.
round.
Wrong face.
Como más redondita, right? Okay. What about this woman?
Tall.
Very tall, right? Very tall. Okay, she's not short. What about this guy? The man's hair is, what do you think? Sonia, Amelia.
Long and dark.
and dark. Short and dark.
Short and dark.
Short and
Short
dark.
and dark.
Mhm. Good. Short and dark. What about these eyes? I have, are they brown, blue,
Brown eyes.
green?
Brown eyes.
Brown eyes. Excellent. One more. What about this boy? Short, dark, long, curly, short, straight, blonde, blonde.
Fair hair.
¿Qué significa blonde?
Rubio.
Ujú.
Dorado.
Blonde, dorado. Blonde, dark es más oscuro. And that's it. That's just one practice. So that's my first practice. Well, where can you find these practices? ¿Dónde encontrábamos todos esos links? ¿Dónde estaban? Aquí, en la diapositiva. Ok, yo siempre los agrego aquí. So it's easy for you to access. Si después usted quiere seguir practicando, usted dice, uy, no pude hacer esto con la misma, estaba en la clase, se me fue el internet, la máquina no me servía. But then you can do it later. So it's always open. Yo nunca cierro las prácticas, okay? What
Teacher,
about, yes, go.
but where is the link of the
Link. Okay, I'll share it again.
No, I mean las diapositivas.
Oh, the slides. Okay, I'll share them again. I usually share them on the Zoom chat, but if you want to find the access to the slides too, they will be on Moodle. También van a estar siempre en Moodle y siempre las comparto por aquí por el Zoom de chat. Siempre de esas dos maneras. Si no las encuentro en la clase, nunca tú pude agarrarle el enlace a la Miss, pero siempre en Moodle van a estar los enlaces para que usted, ya le voy a enseñar, y ahorita les enseño. So let's go to practice number 2. This is another practice. Okay, let's do this one. And this is the link for you. So if you want to practice with me, te lo voy a compartir aquí. Siempre en el chat. Siempre. Ustedes van al chat y ahí encuentran todos los recursos. Okay, this is another practice. What about this girl? What could be the right description?
She
She
has
has
got
got
long hair.
hair.
She's got curly,
Curly
it is
hair.
curly, right?
Curly hair.
But is it short or long? I mean, is it short?
Long.
Okay. Okay,
Sure.
but I think the most appropriate one, it would be letter A, right? Got curly hair, right? It doesn't mention if it's short or long, but it's actually curly. What about this? How do you
La
call it?
C. The
These
C.
are called braces.
He
Braces.
has got braces.
She has got braces.
She's got braces. Usa estos frenillos, ¿no? Nosotros le decimos en español frenillos, so braces. What about this baby?
C.
He has
He
got
has
blonde
got
hair.
blonde
He
hair.
has got blonde hairs.
Good, blonde hair, good. What about this bird? These are not eyes, right? A bird, this hair in here, and this. It's like Alexander. I think you got a bear, right? Just like Alexander. Yeah, so he has got a bear. But this is like a kind of a blonde bear, right? Because it's blonde. What about this lady?
Short hair.
He
has got short hair.
Short hair,
He
right?
has got short hair.
Yes, excellent. Okay, good. Let's keep going. One more. Let me see. Hi, Fausto.
I
Welcome.
miss.
Hi, welcome, Fausto. I think this is your first class, right?
He has got
A.
blonde-
Okay.
Letter A.
She's got a French. What does it mean, a French? A mustache. A mustache is hair in here. Ajá, French es como un cerquillo, ¿no? El pelito que uno se lo coloca aquí así. Red hair. A bear. No, right?
She has got a French.
She has got a French. A French es el cerquillo, el cabello que cae aquí, ¿no? Que usted se
Right.
Ajá, that's French. What about this? How can we
He has
describe?
got legs.
He's got glasses,
He
right?
has got glasses.
Glasses. Excellent, Fausto. Okay, one more. What about this?
Freckles.
Freckles? Freckles?
Letter B.
She
Freckles?
has got
Got
braces.
freckles.
She has
Braces?
got braces.
Braces eran los frenillos, pero ella no tiene, right? She doesn't
B.
have. But she's got freckles. Freckles son como las pequitas, ¿no? Estas manchitas que se hacen por el sol, usually. Freckles. What about this girl?
She has got gray hair.
gray hair.
It looks gray, right? Gray.
Yeah.
It's not really blonde. It looks like blonde. What about this?
A, letter A.
He has got a mustache.
A mustache, right? Okay.
It
So
has got a beard
mustache
mustache.
and mustache. Good. Now, so this is just the first practices, right? So now, this is what I want you to do. Let's go back to the slides. And in here, I want you to try to describe these different people. Okay, who wants to go first? We have different people. We have this girl. You know what? You can choose one. Okay, you choose one of them and you describe them. How can you add a text box? And here you go to line. Si ve que aquí hay una opción que dice select line. Y hay diferentes tipos de líneas. Line, arrow, elbow connector, curve connector, curve, polyline. So you can choose a line. Then you draw a line, for example, in here. And then you can add a text box. Usted abre aquí una cajita. Abre un cuadrito de texto. And then you can write. So you can make, if you want, you can make the font smaller. Usted hace la letra más chiquita. And then he has dark skin, right? Probably. That's one description. He has short, curly hair. Porque tiene el cabello like curly, right? Okay. And you can add a description. If you want to like frame the text box, si usted le quiere poner como un marquito, no quiero hacer como un cuadrito, you go to border weight y usted aquí le pone una línea. Si ve estas lineecitas aquí y usted le puede agregar así. And there you go. Okay, and this is how you can write on the slide. Okay, this is what I usually ask my students to do. And usually every time you work one activity, you write your name, Diana. So then I know that I was the one who wrote this description, right? So whenever you add, just add your name, okay? Write down your name. So this is the first practice, okay? But I have one more practice in here. So we have more practice, okay? So we have more people. Let me see. So this is Elena. And we have Owen, Luna, Fernanda, Luke, Cynthia, Caleb, and Nathan, Soledad, Ian, and Emilia. So I want you to do the same in here. So you can choose one of them. Fernando, Fernanda, Cynthia, Ian, Emilia, Elena. And then I want you to try to describe them. Okay? Okay. Go ahead. So we're gonna do this before we try other practices on Moodle. But I want you to orally say the description, okay? So you can write it down, but I want you to orally explain how do they look like, okay? Okay, who wants to go first? Sonia. Okay, who did you choose, Sonia? Okay, can you describe her? Okay, good. She has brown and long hair. What about her glasses? I think she's wearing glasses too, right? Okay, let me see who else. She has got, or she wears glasses. We could say she wears glasses. She has straight black hair. Daniela, can you read your description?
She wears glasses. She has straight black hair.
Good, good. Because you can write it down, but I want you to practice, right? Good. Anybody else? Would you like to read your description, Yvette?
She has blue eyes and orange hair.
Good. Okay, blue eyes and it could be, I think, yeah, it looks orange, right? I thought it was red. It looks orange, right? Okay. What about Dana? Dana, can you read your description? And what about this?
She has
Go.
blue hair and brown eyes.
Good. She's got blue hair and brown eyes. Good. Excellent. And what about these people? Okay, go ahead. Choose one. Choose one. Sabrina, Mercy, Charlene, Maria Luisa, Karen, Noel,
Fernando.
Sander. Okay, you choose one. Okay, Fernando.
He,
Okay.
he
how-
has
Uh-huh.
red hair.
Okay, red hair. Mhm.
He has glasses.
He wears glasses. Yeah, he has glasses.
Miss, he has dark hair. He
Dark-
has a
He's
Well-
got blue eyes, I think, right? I think his eyes are blue. I
Mhm.
think. Let me make it bigger. Because I think he was too small. Fernando. I think he's got blue eyes, right? Okay, let me see. Okay. What
He
about
has red bear.
a red? Red beard. Or it looks brown, kind of brown or reddish hair, right? Okay. What about Fernanda? How does she looks like?
She has brown hair.
Okay, she has brown hair. Is it short or long?
Long.
Long, okay, long brown hair. What about her eyes?
Her eyes are brown.
Brown,
Brown.
okay, she has brown eyes. Good, good. Okay, what about look? Who wants to describe look?
He's got gray hair and a gray bird.
Aha, a gray bird. Good, good. Excellent. Anybody else? Let me see. Fausto. What about Cynthia?
She has long hair.
Mhm.
She has she has glasses.
Aha, yeah, she wears glasses.
Yeah.
What about her eyes?
She has two, she has
She has
blue eyes.
blue eyes. Excellent. Mhm. Okay, what about her skin tone? Is it light or dark? Let me show you. There's two, there might be two options. Light skin es como más clara la piel, ¿no? Light skin. Eso también podemos describir. Light skin or dark skin. Right? And that should be a way of physically describing someone, right? Dark skin, light skin, short hair, glasses, beard, mustache, beard, nose, right? Lips. Good. So this is kind of physical description, but this is just like their faces, right? Beard, hair, eyes, but there should be something more. There's something else. What about these people? Okay, we have more people. Keep describing. We should match the description with the picture given. Okay, so how can we match? We're gonna use the numbers, okay? So we're gonna write the right number on the description. Number 1 is always done as an example, okay? She has big blue eyes. So which of the girls is girl number 1? Big blue eyes. What about number 2?
She has
She
curly
has
red hair.
red hair.
Good. She's got curly red hair. So where should we write number 2? Excellent. Thank you. Don't forget your names. Okay. Mire que eso le voy a repetir siempre. Write down your name. Write down your name. Hasta que usted ya. Okay. What about number 3?
She has dark wavy hair.
Excellent. She's got Number 3, wavy. Is it wavy or straight? Straight es como así como súper lacio, straight. And wavy es como cuando tiene estas onditas.
Straight.
She has long straight hair.
Straight,
Black,
right?
black straight.
Black
long
straight hair. Good. Black straight long hair. So whenever we use more words, the description is more specific, right? Long, dark, wavy, and then the description is more accurate, it's more specific, right? It's more detailed. Good. So that's number 3. Can you write down number 3 on the slide? Excellent. What about number 4? Anita.
It's both.
He's bald. Bald, no hair. No hair. That's bald. What about number 5? Angie.
He has a
I'm
beard,
sorry. He's got-
a mustache.
He's got a beard, so que tiene pelo aquí, and mustache because he has hair, over the lips, right? Over the lips. So that's
Yeah.
would be number 5. What about number 7? Can you read it?
Number 6.
Oh, number 6, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
number 6.
She has long wavy hair.
Dark, wavy, como
Wavy
onduladito. Wavy hair. Good. What about number 7? Sabrina.
He is very tall and thin.
Very tall, right? And thin. Bien flaquito, thin. What about number 8?
He is quite short and a bit overweight.
Number 8, really? Mm-mm. Number 8, he's like
He's medium.
He's
medium high, right? Not too tall, not too short,
It's medium age.
medium high. Quite slim. The word
Quite
quite,
slim.
esa palabra
Quite
quite
slim.
es como cuando nosotros decimos un poco delgado. Cuando nosotros decimos un poco delgado, quite. Quite chubby, un poquito panzoncito. Quite slim, un poquito delgado, un poco delgado. But what about number 9?
It's quite short and a big overweight.
Medium high, como que de mediana estatura, right? I mean, quite short and a bit overweight. A bit es como un poquito, no está un poquito gordito. Esto no le quiere decir fat, porque fat es una palabra como despectiva, ¿no? Que yo le diga, esto está gorda. No. So, in English, we have another word too. We might use overweight. Está un poquito pasadito de peso. ¿Ya? Con cariño, a little overweight. And that's it. So these are like the different descriptions according to the different people, right? What about next one? What about this? We can describe people by their physical appearance, right? Physically, and we can also describe people by their personality, okay? So when we're describing someone, we might say that he's short, he's overweight, he has dark hair and mustache, but we can also describe the way how they behave, right? Their personality. So there's 2 different questions. What's she like or what's he like to describe people's personality, okay? So some of the words we might use to describe people's personality could be clever. Clever is someone who's really smart, very intelligent. That's clever. Friendly, someone who has a lot of friends, right? He's always talking to someone, everyone. Very friendly. Funny, like someone who's always like making people laugh, right? Alguien muy chistoso, muy gracioso, funny. Generous, people who always like to share everything, right? Alguien que le gusta compartir, que es muy generoso, decimos nosotros. Kind, someone who's very nice, alguien que es muy amable, kind. Lazy, vaguito, le diríamos vaguito, ¿no? Someone who doesn't like to work or study, always sleeping, always like this, that's lazy. And shy, People who act like this, right? They don't talk too much. They're like this, shy, como que un poquito, como shy. How can we translate shy?
Tímido.
Mhm. Tímido. Yeah, tímido, like someone like this. Talkative, like someone who's always talking, like Miss Diana. She's like, oh, always talking. Talkative. Que habla mucho. Okay, so in here, I want you to try to find the adjective and the opposites. Okay, so how can we describe someone, a person who's open and warm? That is someone friendly. What could be the opposite of friendly? What do you think?
Mean.
Unfriendly?
Unfriendly.
Mean, unfriendly, alguien que no es, no, lo contrario. Opposite es todo lo contrario. So someone who's very friendly could be unfriendly, alguien que no es muy amiguero, ¿no? No muy social. A person who talks a lot is someone talkative. What could be the opposite of talkative? Someone who's always talking, what could be the opposite situation? La personalidad opuesta. How can we describe this?
Shy.
Callado?
Shy, right? Someone who doesn't talk too much, not many friends, like,
And can be
Right.
quiet?
could be quiet, yes,
Could be
could
quiet.
be, could be quiet or shy. Yo creo que shy sería como más apropiado, shy. Ujú. What about a person who likes giving people things? Siempre comparte, ¿no? He's always, oh, here, do you want some? Like, generous. So what is the opposite of generous? Opposite of generous. What could be the word? That's one. That is number 3, right? What about number 4? A person who's friendly and good to other people. Someone who's always nice. Wait, be careful with the picture. Can you put it back? Thank you. We have to be really careful with pictures because then if you like do something, if you take it out, there's no way of bringing them back, but only the person who removed the picture. So alguien que a lo mejor estaba haciendo algún cambio, let me see. No. I think, can you put it back? I mean the slide. Because I cannot, yo no puedo hacer atrás. I cannot like go back. It has to be the person who was doing the changes. So be really careful. Okay, thank you. I mean, I cannot do it because I gave you access. So once I give you access, whoever is like writing, okay, well, we keep working this. We can go back to Moodle. I'll show you something in Moodle. Okay, let me show you. This is gonna be, let me see. This is unit 1B, okay? As I was saying last week, I usually use my slides just to like go through the main topics, do extra practices, like check the different activities. And then I ask you to go here and to do it as a quiz. But I think I didn't add this on my slides. So talking about descriptions, okay? We are going to listen to a man describing his girlfriend, but we have 3 different ladies, number 1, number 2, and number 3. So how can you describe them physically? How do they look like? What about the first one, Noelia? If you get to describe her physically.
The first one has short curly hair,
Okay.
light skin. She has clothes.
Of course. She's a combination, right? I think she's wearing like it's like a like a dress sweater, right? Es como un vestido, como
Yeah, it's more
abrigado.
like a sweater and pants,
Ajá. It looks
shoes,
like leggings.
maybe lipstick.
Maybe like dark lipstick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Johanna, what about the second lady? How can you describe her physically?
The second one has long curly hair and she's wearing blush,
Yeah, like a white t-shirt, right?
like a white t-shirt and a jeans
And jeans
and black shoes.
and black shoes. Excellent, Johanna. Excellent. What about the other girl, Mercy, the blonde one?
She has curly black. Hay que escribirlo, ¿verdad?
The third, number 3. Mhm.
Ah,
Yeah,
she has curly blonde.
blonde
Blonde
hair.
hair.
Uh-huh. What about her, the clothing she's wearing?
Pink.
She's wearing a pink, it's like a pink blouse, right? Like a pink sweater, right? Anything else? A black skirt. Okay. So this is what we get to see just from the picture, right? We're describing them. But let's listen to him, and he's gonna describe his girlfriend. From the 3 of these ladies, we have to guess who is she. Okay, let me play this. Wait. Okay, there you go.
1.9. Tell me about Molly.
Molly.
What does she look like?
She's quite tall and she has short dark hair. It's very curly and she has brown eyes and a beautiful smile.
Aw. And what's she like?
She's really nice, very friendly and extrovert. She's got lots of friends. I'm sure you're going to like her.
Okay, so who is she
Number
talking
one.
about?
Is the first
Number,
one
number 1.
How do you know it's the first one?
because he say short curly hair and dark
And a big
and a
smile.
smile, big
right?
smile.
She's like very friendly. He said, oh, she's got lots of friends. She's very nice and very talkative. So it's actually the first. So you only have to check number 1, and that's it. And that is the first quiz. And this is unit 1B, okay? So once you click submit and finish, you check, and that's it. So that's the first quiz, okay? Now let's keep moving. Now that we kind of, we can work on descriptions a little bit more. So that's 1A. Now let's move to 1. This is vocabulary bank 1A. Okay, let's see. What about this? If you see, this is what I had on my slides. So this is what I usually do every class. I work some of the activities on the slides, and then we go back to Moodle, and then we try them in here. And then it's much easier for you because you know already, oh, this is blonde, and this is like this hair and eyes. So now you can do it, right? So then in here, you have to write down the number. She has curly red hair. That was number?
Number 2.
Number 2. And actually, you have the numbers here. So you don't even have to write the numbers. You grab number 2, y luego lo va moviendo, and then you take it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move it a little bit like this. And then you go like this.
Hay que poner remojo porque remojo se yo ahorita la lavadora.
I'm sorry. Grace. Hi. Grace. Okay.
Perdón, tenía el micrófono abierto.
Don't worry, Grace.
Estoy llegando trabajo a la casa y estoy aquí en inglés.
I
no
know.
puedo-
I know. I feel it because I am at home too. I'm working and with everyone around. Okay. So what about number 2? She has long straight hair. And then you keep adding.
Three.
And then you grab number 3. You don't even have to write it. You just grab number 3 y usted lo pone aquí. And that's it. And this is how you match. En algunos quizzes usted tiene que escribir, en otros quizzes tiene que señalar una letra, en otros quizzes va a tener que completar algo. Every quiz is going to be different. Some of the quizzes will be like this. You don't even have to write, pero tiene que solamente agarrar el numerito and then you move the number. And then you keep moving the numbers and you keep moving the numbers. Y usted solamente hace esto, like this. And then this is how you match. And once you're done, this is what I usually do. I go to results. And then this is where I check that all my students are working this quiz, okay? Esto lo mencioné la semana anterior, pero lo vuelvo a mencionar porque hay alumnos que, hay personas que desde su primera clase y no saben cómo trabajamos. Entonces, this is how I work. Once I do the quiz, I go to results, and this is where I check that all my students are working the activity, okay? Aquí yo puedo ver que ya Yvette is working because it says in progress. Cuando dice in progress, significa que la persona en ese momento todavía lo está trabajando, so I gave her time. And then Alexander, good. This is how I can even see the grades. Yo puedo ver las notas, puedo ver cuándo lo hizo, cuánto se demoró haciéndolo. It didn't take that much, 1 minute and 23 or 26 seconds. Porque es fácil, right? It's not that difficult. It's just like adding and putting the numbers where they should go. Okay? So para los que no me estaban siguiendo, we're working on unit 1B, and this is vocabulary bank 1A. What are we doing? We're matching the sentences with the picture description. Okay? And this is where we are. If I click on F5, yo sigo refrescando la página, and this is where I can see that most of you are done. If some people need time, Maria Jose, Mercy, Sonia, Karen, Angie, Yvette, Alexander, Johanna, Dana. Ok. Entonces, la idea es que usted vaya trabajando todos los quizzes conmigo, ¿ya? Vayamos juntos. Nos vamos a ir moviendo juntos a través de todos los quizzes. Porque debemos trabajar todos. No podemos dejar ningún quiz. Ay, no, es que la mía hizo el 1, pero luego se saltó a la siguiente unidad y ya no hicimos todas las prácticas y ahí quedó. No. En las clases vamos a trabajar todas las actividades, porque aquí es donde tenemos que hacer las prácticas, ¿ya? But this is where I get to check if you're working or not, okay? Okay, so if you need time, sometimes I wait a little bit. Anita, María José, tal vez usted en el primer intento sacó 7 y usted dice, yo voy a intentar de nuevo porque yo no me quiero quedar con esa nota, yo quiero corregir, ya sé cuál fue mi error, yo voy a review attempt, and this is where I can get to check. Oh, okay, this is what I had run, number 7 and number 9. So I can go back, I check it again, I send it again, and this is where I get to see if you try it one more time, ya en la segunda, ya sacó 10. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, aquí depende enteramente de ustedes. So let's keep moving. 1B. So there's a lot to practice. That is just the first quizzes. Okay, let's keep moving. Vocabulary bank. 2A and 2B. Okay, let's keep going. What about this one? Okay, in here. In here, they give you the different adjectives and the opposites. So in here, you only have to match. What about number 1, Johanna? A person who's open and warm. What are the 2 words, the 2 adjectives?
It could be friendly or kind.
Who's open and warm. It could be, let me see, it could be kind, right? It could be kind. And what could be the opposite?
The opposite could be serious or unkind or unkind.
It could be open and warm, it could be kind, or it could be unkind, que sería lo opuesto, ¿no? Como alguien muy malo. Nice and not nice. A person who talks a lot. Que habla, y habla, y habla.
Talk to.
Talkative. Talkative, and what could be the opposite of talkative?
Quiet.
Quiet. It could be shy. It could be quiet.
Shy or quiet.
Yeah, it could be fine, both, but let's see. Vamos a ver. A person who likes giving people things. Like always
General.
sharing. Generous, right? And what could be the opposite of generous? What do you think?
Mean.
Mean?
Ajá, mean. Mean es como malo. Uy, mean, he's so mean. Mean es como muy malo. Mean. Malvado. Uno dice, uy, qué malvado. He's so mean. In English. A person who is friendly and good to other people.
Friendly.
Okay, then it could be friendly. But this is, I don't know if you notice, if it says friendly here and then we check on friendly, ¿será que está bien?
Entonces está al revés con kind and friendly. Con
Ajá.
friendly.
So this should be kind and this should be unkind. And this is where friendly goes. Porque ya le están dando la palabra, so it doesn't make sense, right? So, and here it should be like this, right? Like this. What about number 5? A person who doesn't want to work.
Lazy and hardworking.
Lazy es vaguito, ¿no? Uy, bien vaguito. Lazy. Hardworking, someone who works a lot. Hardworking. Number 6, a person who makes people laugh.
Funny.
Funny, right? There's always someone funny, right? And what could be the opposite?
Serious.
Serious.
Serious. Alguien que no es nada chistoso, no anda haciendo chiste ni nada. Very serious. A person who's quick at learning and understanding things is
Clever.
Evil.
clever.
Clever.
Oh, sorry.
Clever.
Clever.
Clever, pero no clever el nombre, clever. No, clever with C. That's the difference. And what could be the opposite?
Stupid.
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 In Spanish, for us, it's like very offensive, right? Calling someone estúpido. But in English, stupid is like someone who's not too clever. Ya para ellos es como alguien que no es tan inteligente. No es como para nosotros, es como algo mucho más ofensivo, right? It's not the same. But the way they write it is similar to Spanish, right? A person who can talk easily to people he or she doesn't know.
Shy.
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 What could be the opposite?
Extrovert.
Extrovert. Ajá. An extrovert es alguien que está como, always like talking, oh, hi. Everyone, like talking to everyone. So he can easily talk with anyone. That's someone who's an extrovert. And that's it. Opposites. Okay, and now you try it. Good. Alexander, let me see how Alexander did. If we did it right. Good. So good, Alexander. Excellent. Okay, and then you can try. Everybody should be trying this. Good. Okay, hi, Andres. I think Andres is here. Andresito. If you just joined, if someone had just joined the class, we are working now on Unit 1B, and we are working on Vocabulary Bank 2A, 2B. For those who have just joined. I'm gonna give you time, maybe 2 more minutes, so you can finish this activity, okay? I'm sorry, I was not looking at the chat in WhatsApp. And then I just realized that you were all writing and typing and I didn't help. I'm sorry. When I am in class, I usually, it's hard to be like in here. I usually open WhatsApp web and that's what I should have done. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fausto, you were trying to do something and I couldn't help. Okay, my bad. So now, let's go back to my slides. Okay, vamos otra vez a las diapositivas. And this is how we're gonna keep moving, okay? We're gonna go back to the slides, back to Moodle, back to slides, back to Moodle, and this is how we keep going back and forth, back and forth. Now, there's gonna be a reading activity, okay? And this is very interesting. I'm gonna ask you, because this is something I usually ask my students. It's a very interesting question. Who do you think, who knows you better? Your mom or your best friend? Think of this. You all have friends, right? Maybe a close friend. Alguien que es como que su pana, su beefy, your best friend. But do you think she knows you better than your own mother? Mercy, what do you think? Do you think your mom knows you better than your friends? Your close friends, very close. No. Can you use the chat? You can use the chat, please. If you want to share some ideas, if you want to participate with me, if you want to share your opinion, I usually want you to try to explain it orally, right? That's the point. But if you want to use the chat, it's completely fine. Dana, what do you think? Does your best friend knows you better than your own mother? Or not? And why?
Yes, my mother is my best friend because she's staying my best moment in the life. She's for me, my mother and father.
Oh, that's nice, Dana. So your mom is your best friend. So
Yes.
I think that's really nice, right? Considering your mom, your best friend, someone who really knows you, like knows everything about you since the moment you were born. She has been with you like your whole life, right? So that's really nice. Any other idea, Charlene? What do you think? But we might have different opinions, and I'm open just to listen.
I told the mother is better best friend because they never want to see like the other has a bad. You always progress.
Yeah,
I don't
always. They want the best for you, always.
Yeah.
Always, because they love you, right? That's nice. Any other opinions? María Luisa, Daniela, Fausto, Sonia, Yvette, Johanna, Noelia, María José.
My mother is the person more important in my life.
Oh, okay. So she's your best friend.
My
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 father
mom
is
best friend because he has been with me in all the good and bad times. She is unconditional, even if it is not by my side.
Yeah.
Basically, it is in my heart.
Yeah, she will always be there. I think people usually, they might not be physically here, right? But as long as you keep them in your memories and as long as it's like keeping them in your heart, they will never be away. They might physically not be here, but they will always be with you, right?
Okay.
Thank you. That was so nice. Fausto, I think you wanted to say something.
says
Yeah.
my father is better friends.
Mhm.
He's he's talks with me for on the problems, the good his plays. He plays with me to soccer.
Really?
eh, right.
That's nice.
That's not.
Yeah, yeah. I think, well, it might be different cases, right? There might be people who doesn't have their mom, right? They might have a friend, and that friend becomes like family, right? It might be because everybody has different. It might be different stories,
My,
right?
my,
Yeah.
my father is ask my friends.
Okay. Good, good. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is the story, just because those questions are really something that it makes you think, right? It makes you reflect sometimes, these questions. That's why I really like them. This is the story of Charlotte Ramirez. So this is a girl, and she went through an experiment. So this is an experiment, and this is a magazine. This is an article published in a magazine about about who people trust more, their friends or their moms. Who do they think they know them better, their mothers or their best friends? So in their weekly experiment, single people who are not married, who are looking for a partner, ask their mother and their best friend to help. So this girl is actually looking she's trying to find a partner, right? But in the experiment, they were trying to see who knows them better, their mothers or their best friends, when trying to find a right partner. Okay, so let's read. Alexander, can you start? We're gonna start in here. Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. And here.
Yeah. Mm. This week, single person is Charlotte Ramirez.
Mhm.
At 25 years old, we is younger.
Web design. Mhm.
Her father is Spanish and her mother is English.
Mhm.
She likes in
Brighton.
Brighton and she doesn't have a partner at the moment.
Mhm.
Her mother, Alice,
Alice.
choose the man she thinks is perfect for her.
Mhm. Daughter.
And her friends, Kathy, choose another. Then Charlotte goes on the date with each man.
Mhm.
Which does she prefer?
Okay. So do you understand what is experiment about? She's gonna date two different guys. Okay, she's looking for a partner. So she's going on a date. Ella va a salir. She's going on a date with two different guys. But these people have been chosen by, one is gonna be chosen by her mother, and one had been chosen by her best friend. So she has to decide who was able to really know her better so she can find a right partner. So that's the experiment about. So the mother chooses one guy and her best friend is gonna choose another guy, and she's gonna go on a date with both, and she has to decide which one is the one she likes. Okay, so that's the experiment. So what are Charlotte's ideas about this? Okay, Sabrina, can you read from here? Thank you, Alexander.
I love going to the
Uh-huh.
cinema,
Uh-huh.
but I often with a good book. Say Charlotte, I'm quite friendly and social and get and well with most people. I think I have good sense of humor.
Mhm. Sense of humor, right?
And you?
How is her personality, Charlotte's personality? Thank you, Sabrina. So how can we describe?
Friendly and
Friendly
social.
and social.
She's friendly, she's sociable, so she's very talkative. She has a good sense of humor, so she's really nice. She's a nice girl, right? According to her personality description. Grace, can you keep reading? And here, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm right.
What kinds of men do I like?
Mhm.
Will I like interesting men who can make love?
Love. Mhm.
Love. Physically, I prefer men with a really nice smile. ¿Cómo es taller?
Taller. Who is taller than me? Alguien que sea más alto que ella. You know, a taller guy. Mhm.
We are taller than me.
Mhm.
And I don't usually like
Men with,
men with beards.
she doesn't like beard.
I like men who are into literature and art and classical music.
Okay, so what is the type of man she usually likes? What's her preferences for partners?
He's with a really nice smile, and he's got to be taller than her.
Taller than her. And someone who likes literature, right?
Literature and art.
And art. And about
And classical
music, someone who likes classical music. O sea, alguien que le gusta reggaeton con Charlotte, no. She doesn't like that. She likes classical music and men who doesn't have bear in here, right? She doesn't like beards. O sea, que esos barbudos, Charlotte, no, she doesn't like that, right? That's the type of man she likes, right?
He likes a guy introvert. I mean.
Maybe, maybe. But she's dating, she's going on a date. So she's trying to, you know, check all the different options. So now, let's keep reading. Now we haven't read.
I don't get miss.
Of course, go. I love when you say, miss, I want to do it. I love it.
I am not sure who is going to choose better for me. But my mom and my best friend now, my very perfect Cathy could think me a guy who is physical more compatible, but my mother has now me longer.
Okay, so she's not sure, right? Thank you, Andres. Thank you so much, and welcome back. I'm happy that you could join now. I'm happy to see you. So she's not sure yet, right? Who's going to choose better for her mom or her best friend, right? So she's going on a date. Ella va a salir con ellos, so she's gonna check them out, and that's experiment about. So we have some questions about this. According to the article, according to these different statements we have been reading, what do you think about this? What is the idea of the experiment? So what is the experiment about? What do they want to test on this experiment?
Who knows her better, her mom or her best friend?
Right, good, excellent, Johanna. Who is Charlotte?
Charlotte, she is 25 years old.
She's a girl, she's 25 years old.
She's a web designer.
She's a web designer. So that's the Charlotte's description, right? Excellent. Now, who are Alice and Katie?
The mother
Alice, her mother. Alice is her mother and Katie her best friend.
Katie is her best friend. So the experiment is about who is going to choose better for her mother or her best friend. Now, let me see. Now, this is actually a quiz in Moodle. So let's go back to Moodle. Vamos a regresar a la plataforma. Let me show you where it is. This is actually, okay, I'll show you where this is. Okay, this is unit 1B, right? Aún no terminamos la 1B. We're still doing, but as you can see, every unit has different skills, practice, right? So this is called reading, okay? This is a practice to develop the reading skill. So this is exactly the same reading. Es lo mismo que estábamos en las diapositivas. But in here, we're going to have some questions about the reading, okay? So what about this? We have different options and different questions. Question number 1 says, so what's the idea? And that was Johanna's answer. So what could be the right choice in here?
I think single people ask their mother and best friend to find them a partner.
Excellent. So this is an experiment to test how single people can ask people really close to them, such as mothers or best friends, to find them the right partner. It's difficult to find a good partner, right? So maybe this experiment will test who can choose better, parents or friends, right? So this is what is it about. What about number 2? Who are Alice and Katie? Karen, I think you said the answer.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go.
Alice is Charlotte's mother and Katie is Charlotte's best friend.
Excellent. Now, what do Alice and Katie have to do? So what are they supposed to do?
To choose a man for Charlotte. Then Charlotte goes on a date.
Excellent. So they have to choose a man for Charlotte, and then she has to date them, and she's gonna choose only one, right? And according to that experiment, we're gonna get to see who was the better option, right? And who did choose better, the mother or the best friend? But who is Charlotte? And this is where we can find her physical and personality description, right? So how did they describe Charlotte?
The last option.
Excellent, Angie, right? 25-year-old web designer who's looking for a partner. And that's it. This is the first reading practice. Okay, now you try it. Okay, good. So this is how many students already did it. How many students are still in progress? Significa que todavía lo están intentando. Maybe on the first attempt they got 5. It can happen. No importa. You always have a second chance. And then if you try again, and then you realize, oh, that was the mistake. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again. And then you can always try again if you want to improve your grade. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. So that was just the first reading one, but there's another one. This is another quiz. And this one is, let me see. Okay. Okay, again, what kind of man she does or she doesn't like? And what could be the right option? What kind of...
She likes interesting men who can make her laugh. She likes men who are taller than
her, right? Okay, so that's the type of guys she wants to find, right? Okay, and what she like? What is her personality description? What she like?
She likes going to the cinema and reading.
She likes going to the
She
cinema.
like going to cinema.
Good, excellent. So next one, what does Charlotte like doing in her free time?
She likes going to the cinema and reading. I think
What about,
it's...
so what about here?
What she like is like she's friendly, sociable, and has a good sense of humor.
Ajá. Aquí a veces puede haber una confusión en inglés. Cuando la pregunta es, how does she look like? Es como la apariencia física, physical description. Pero cuando en inglés preguntamos así, what's she like? Como que, ¿cómo es ella? Then it's not physical, but it's like her personality description. So that's why it's like she's friendly, sociable, and a good sense of humor. So that's her behavior. I mean, that's the way she is, but her personality. And what about this? Who does she think is going to choose better and why? Anyone? Mercy, Maria Luisa.
He doesn't know who is going to choose better.
She doesn't know,
Katie,
right? Katie on one hand, or
main choice a man who is Saisio Kelly.
Let me see, because this is like very, she doesn't know who's going to choose better. Katie might choose a man who's physically right for her, but Charlotte's mother knows her better, right? Knows her better for longer. So maybe her best friend might try to choose a guy that physically is attracted to her, but maybe her mother will try to choose someone who's gonna be a better match according to her personality because she knows her since she was born, right? She knows her very well. Okay, and that's it. That is the end of the test. Now you try it. Good. So this is where everybody should be. This is 2D, and this is from unit 1B. Okay, this is where everyone should be right now. 2D, can you remember the article? Okay. And in here, you don't even have to write anything. You only have to choose the right answers. Okay. Now let me see. Let me see what else comes next. We are still on unit 1B. Now, let me stop sharing my screen and let's go back to my slides. Okay. Let me show you something on my slides. And this is about grammar, okay? This might be new for you, it might not be new for you, but anyway, this is why we are here, just to review and to reinforce. So when describing people's physical description, when describing like situations that happen every day and usually happens every day, we usually use present simple. So it's like present time, right? So when do we use present simple? We usually use it to describe activities or things that happen. We use the present simple for things you do every day. So what is something you do every day? Anyone? Every day I wake up, right? Everybody wakes up in the morning, right? Every day we study, we work. So every day we take a shower, right? Every day we get dressed in the morning, right? So these
brush the teeth.
You brush your teeth, you do your hair. If you're a girl, you usually wear makeup, you get dressed, you have
every
breakfast.
day I cook.
You cook every day. Yeah, you cook, you wash the dishes every day, right? So these are the different situations where we usually use present simple time. Things we do every day, every week, every year, or for things we are generally true or always happen. So we don't or we doesn't use present simple to make negative. We use do or doesn't to make negative statements. Cuando usamos el presente simple, siempre existen en inglés los auxiliares. ¿Cuáles son los auxiliares? Los auxiliares pueden ser do or does. Cuando se usa do, depende en qué persona estamos hablando. Si estamos hablando de la primera persona, si estamos hablando de la segunda persona o la primera persona de plural, o maybe la segunda persona de plural también, usamos do. Generalmente usamos does cuando nos referimos a la tercera persona de singular. Puede ser un male, female, or an object. So this is where we use does. And usually to make negative statements. Siempre se usan las auxiliares cuando las oraciones son negativas y cuando se hacen preguntas. So this is kind of the rule. This is how the rule goes. I usually work at home. I am working from home, right? And if I want to make it negative, they don't live near here. Si la oración es negativa, we usually use the auxiliary form, don't. Si yo hablara de una tercera persona, she doesn't look like me. She doesn't, porque estoy hablando de ella o de él. Entonces el auxiliar va a ser does. And these are the rules. Esto es como muy básico. Tal vez ustedes ya lo conocen. But these are some of the spelling rules cuando se escriben los verbos en simple present. Generalmente, si el verbo es work en infinitivo, si es tercera persona, se le añade a letter S. So she works, he works en tercera persona. Si es tercera persona y el verbo termina en Y, that Y becomes IES y va a cambiar. Va a ser she studies, right? If it's finish y termina en SH, se le agrega la SE, la ES, perdón, finishes. Pero puede ser que termine en CH, CE, GE, SH. Los verbos van a escribirse diferente. Okay? Go or do becomes goes or does y se le agrega ES. Y have se convierte en has. Y solamente se le cambia la V por la S. So instead of has, have, it becomes has. We often go out on Friday. Otras expresiones que se usan con simple present son los adverbios de frecuencia. We always do the dishes every day. I always go to the supermarket. So these are facts that happen every day, and we usually use adverbs of frequency. She never goes to work on Fridays. Nunca, right? That's a fact. He is always late for work. So these are called adverbs of frequency or adverbios de frecuencia. Okay. Now, this is just the rules, but again, I add this for you if you want to like reinforce how the structure goes. Aquí está, if it's affirmative, if it's negative, if it's a question. Si alguien quiere revisar este material, I'm always open. And you know what? Let's practice something that I want you to do, not on the slides, okay? Let's do it with something different. This is a game, and now that everybody's here, we can play it a game. We can play this as a game. Let me see if my internet connection allows me. Okay, let me just close some of my windows because then it'll be hard for me to play. Okay. I'm gonna turn my camera off just because of the internet connection, and I'm gonna share with you the game and how can you join the game. So this is called quizzes. Quizzes is kind of an interactive game. You might use this code if you go to joinmyquiz.com, or usually I share you can use the barcode if you have your cell phone. You can join from here, or I can always share the link. Les voy a compartir el enlace, so it might be easier for you to join. So the link is already on the Zoom chat. If you want to join from here with your phone, you can use your phone, okay? So these are the different ways to join. Once you join the game, I will be able to look at you in here. Good, Dana, thank you. So if you are present, if you are listening, if you are in class, you should be able to join and to do this practice with me. It's very simple. It's not that difficult.
We have to do it now?
Yes, let's do it now.
Miss,
Yes.
¿puede compartir el link?
Of course, I will share the link again. Lo voy a compartir en el chat, ¿ya? So if you go to the chat, you can join the game. And see, if I have on Zoom, I have 19 people, I should have 19 players on the game. Okay, so everybody should join the game. Okay. Good. Thank you, Mercy, Karen, Ana, Noelia, Johanna, Charlene, Dana, and Yvette. Good. Daniela, Fausto, Alexander. 11. Aún me faltan 8. I'm missing people. Once I start the game, you cannot join. Una vez que ya yo pongo start, ya al juego no se puede unir nadie más. So that's why I'm really like pushing. 15, good. ¿Cuántos más me faltan? 3 more. 4 more. Let me see. Angie, ya está en el juego. Alexander, let me see. Fausto. José Enrique, Karen. Okay, José, Sabrina, Sonia, Grace. Mercy, is it Mercy here? Yes. Maria Jose, good. All the activities are graded. So we're going to be playing, but this is like class participation, okay? So ready? Can we start? ¿Empezamos? Okay, good. And this is the first question, just to practice. She studied or studying English every day. And there's always time. Siempre tiene tiempo. When the clock is ticking, it means that time is about to finish. Time's up. Okay, and you can see the leaderboard. You can see who's on the first place and second place and third place, and we keep going. She studies, because we're talking about she is a third person singular, so it's not gonna be study, but studies. Yes. Next question. They do not speak French very well. Doesn't speak, don't speak, aren't speak. Good. And this is like the statistics from the answers. Time up. Okay. So that's the statistics from the second question. Leaderboard. Johanna, good. Daniela, Sonia. They don't speak French very well. Good. One more. Carlos and Charles not travel every year. Doesn't travel, don't travel, or travels. Good. If we're talking about Carlos and Charles, 2 people, don't travel. Good. They don't travel every year. Okay, plural, son 2 personas. Good. Good. Next question. This is a question. He like going to the cinema. Is it do, does, or doing? Time. Does he? Good. Because we're talking about he, right? And it's a male and it's singular. Excellent. Next question. My dog with his ball. Play is playing, play or playing. We're talking about one dog. Time, place, right? Because we're talking about one dog. Tercera persona, singular. Place. Good. That's the leaderboard. Next question. Question. She speaks English. Is it done, is, does, or do? We're talking about she. Time. Does she speak English? Because we're talking about a lady, right? About a girl. One more. Leaderboard. Plays soccer, he plays soccer, she plays soccer, or you play soccer. See? He plays soccer, right? Because we're talking about a boy. Good. Next. We're gonna make just 10 questions. If they finish with S, SH, or X, what do you add? ¿Qué se les agrega? ES, IES, only F, or yes? ES, right? Finish becomes finishes. Good. Next question. Jake, a lot of TV. Jake is a male, a singular, only one person. Sí, apágalo, apágalo. Oh my God. Okay. So let me see. That was. Okay. So Jake watches a lot of TV because we're talking about Jake. And Jake is a boy, right? He's a guy. Okay. He to school every day. He goes, he go, he went, or he goes to school every day. Good, because we're talking about a male. And he goes to school every day. That's it. So we are going to end the game in here. Let me see. Let me see. One more question. If the verb ends in Y and you take the letter Y, what do you replace letter Y for? Okay. So you change Y and then by IES. And these are the rules. Okay, and that's it. And I think that's the last question. And these are my winners. I turn my camera off because of the connectivity. Sometimes it might get lower. Okay, and these are my winners. My winners are Karen, Dana, and Charlene. Good. And that's it. So now that we finished playing, let me see. Let me show you something else. before we go on a break, because we're gonna be taking a break now, I want you to do something for me. This is not gonna be, it's gonna be just this for next week, okay? Not for tomorrow. It's not gonna be for Friday, but I want you to do this for next Thursday, okay? This is called Padlet, and Padlet, it's an application where you can write. It's like collaborative wall where you can post different, you can write about different topics. So this is what I want you to do. Let me show you something that my students did on another course, not now. That was, I think that was last year. But let me show you what I want and how do I want it. Let me see if I have them in here. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, this is what I want. Just to give you an idea, okay? So this was not 3F, that was another group of students. So I want you to find, it could be your friend, it could be someone really close to you. It might be a classmate, it might be your sister, it might be your husband, it might be your son, someone you know really well. And I want you to describe your friend, okay? And here we have different people, right? I want you to upload a picture of your friend, okay? So these are different people, and this is a description. Their names, how old they are, physically, how do they look like, and their personality, okay? This is someone's description. His name is Juan, he's 21, he belongs to the medical school, he's tall and thin, his face is like this, and he has this kind of hair and eyes. His personality, what he enjoys doing, he's friendly, talkative, and this is the person who's doing the description, okay? If you want to do it within yourself, por ejemplo, que Alexander describa a Yvette, Yvette puede describir a Charlene, Daniela puede describir a Dana, or if you want to choose a friend who's not from 3F, puede ser un compañero de la carrera, your sister, your mom. So this is up to you to choose. Who do you want to describe, right? But I want you to describe someone. So now, how can I share this with you? Let me share these links so you can access. Have you ever used Padlet before? Maybe, no? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let me share the link so you can access Padlet. Okay, voy a copiarlo, lo voy a copiar aquí en el Zoom chat. Ahí está.
Esto es para mañana, ¿verdad?
No, for next week, not for tomorrow, okay? Usualmente nunca les envío así como de un día para el otro, no, porque yo sé que terminamos a las 10 de la noche, so it shouldn't be fair, right? For next day, next week, okay? But don't forget to do it. Lo voy a agregar también en el grupo de WhatsApp. Espérenme, déjenme abrir WhatsApp web. I'm gonna share this on the WhatsApp group, so if you could not join, if you lost the link, you can always find the link on WhatsApp. Just give me one moment and I'll share the link on WhatsApp. Let me open WhatsApp web. Let me share the link. So this is gonna be called describing a friend. Okay, así le vamos a llamar a la actividad. Describing a friend. You choose the friend. Okay, ya lo añadí en el grupo en WhatsApp. So if you want to join from there, it's already open, okay? Let me explain how does this work, how Padlet works. This is the wall, right? Haga de cuenta que este fuera como un muro, como una pared, okay? And this is how you can add your post. Usted va a ver aquí un símbolo como un más en la parte inferior derecha. Cuando usted haga clic en el más, se va a habilitar como una plumita, como un lápiz. So, cuando hace doble clic aquí, va a abrirse esto. Donde dice sujeto, that's the topic, ¿no es cierto? Aquí le vamos a poner el topic. So, what is the topic? Describing a friend. Ese es el tema, ¿no es cierto? Aquí by, quien es la persona que escribe. Miss Diana. ¿Ok? Aquí usted coloca su nombre porque necesito que usted coloque el nombre. ¿Ok? Si quiere lo puede poner acá abajo donde dice escribe algo bonito. Write something nice. So this is my friend. Oh, her name is Daniela. I don't know. Her name is Daniela. She is my best friend. She is my best friend from the university. Tal vez es su mejor amiga de la carrera. And then I know Daniela for 3 years already. She's tall. She has dark blonde hair, brown eyes, and this is where you describe Daniela, okay? And then I want you to add a picture. Aquí usted puede agregar aquí en el enlace. Si usted pone adjuntar un enlace, puede adjuntar enlaces, puede cargar un archivo. Usted puede tener una foto, le dice, compárteme una foto. Y usted va aquí a su computador, usted descarga la fotito, va a las imágenes y aquí usted puede compartir, puede subir la foto. Okay, this is where you upload it. Okay, and this is where how you can add posts in Padlet. Once you're done, you post it and that's it. If you want to edit, si usted quiere editar, usted por ahí se equivocó en algo, usted dijo, ay, no, quiero editarlo, y usted ya lo publicó, digamos que yo ya lo publiqué y me equivoqué, quiero borrar algo, quiero cambiar. Si usted ve los 3 puntitos aquí, usted ahí veo algo que dice editar. Entonces ahí usted le pone, en vez de abrir, usted le pone editar publicación y aquí usted puede editar. Y le cambia, le hace los cambios que usted, whatever you want to change. Okay? So I'm going to stop recording now.
Listo,
Okay.
Miss.
Don't worry. Okay, great. So let's keep going. Don't worry. If you have any questions, I'm always open to answer them.
Miss,
Yes, of course. Pause.
Miss, disculpe, esta es mi primera también en semana que estoy recibiendo la clase de inglés y escucho el video. El video tiene que ser ¿qué tiempo? ¿30 segundos, 1 minuto, 2 minutos?
Okay, I'll show you Flipgrid. Okay, let me show you Flipgrid now. Have you ever used Flipgrid before? ¿Ya han usado Flipgrid antes? No.
No.
Yeah, okay. So this is Flipgrid. Flipgrid is an app that allows people to record videos, okay? These videos are kind of practices about different topics. So the first video I usually ask my students to do, it's the presentation, okay? So once I share the link with you, let me share the link with you. I usually share all the links in the chat and I usually share them on the WhatsApp group. So that's why it's really important to join the group so you can access to all the different information, okay? Pero ya en el grupo usted creo que ya está. Por eso es importantísimo el grupo de WhatsApp. Okay. So this is Flipgrid. Flipgrid, this is the first activity. No tiene que grabarlo con no tiene que grabarlo con algún otro dispositivo. Puede usar el celular, puede hacerlo desde una laptop que tenga cámara. Necesita un dispositivo con cámara, nada más, cualquiera que sea. Ingresa al enlace, una vez que ingresa al enlace, usted va a ver el topic, ¿no es cierto? Y aquí ve, este es el contenido que usted va a grabar en su video. These are my students, the ones who already record the videos. It's already here. Once you upload your video will appear in here. Okay, and this is how I can listen to and watch each of the videos. Para grabar el video, aquí usted solamente pone record y automáticamente le pide que habilite la cámara, ¿no? Para que se pueda ver. And once you start recording, this is how you can practice. And then you tell your name. My name is Diana. I am 22 years old. I live in Guayaquil. I am a teacher. This is something that I like. My name is spelled D-I-A-N-A, Diana. And my professional career is medicine. A fun fact about me is that I had a twin sister. I don't know. I like this. I practice this sport. So this is what I want you to tell about yourself. Okay. Este es el primer video. Es una presentación suya. ¿Qué tiempo va a grabar? Hasta 1 minuto. No es que va a hablar 5 minutos, 20, media hora hablando. No. Just 1 minute. La información básica, about your presentation, okay? And this is, once you record the video will appear in here. Aquí está Sonia, Sabrina, Ivette, todas las personas que ya grabaron su videito. ¿Cómo reviso yo? Escucho cada video. And then I watch the videos. And this is how I make sure that everybody is doing the videos. And that's the first video, okay? There might be another videos, of course. This is just the first one. Angie.
Miss, ¿y la calificación de este video, cuándo lo vamos a ver más o menos?
I usually don't grade the
O algo.
videos. I mean, I usually don't upload the grade of the videos in Flipgrid. I usually have my own grade report. Yo tengo como un documento donde voy registrando todas las notas. If all the videos are uploaded, the grade should be fine. If you want, I can grade your video and by adding a comment on each of the videos. Si usted quiere que yo ver la nota del video, le puedo agregarlo como un comentario en el video. Usualmente no lo agrego como comentario, but if you want, I can do it. I can do it, okay? I usually have like a report document where I have all my activities and everything will be graded, everything. So that's why it's important to upload the videos. Okay? Yes, don't worry. So let's keep working. So we were just practicing something about grammar, right? So as we keep going on the course, we're going to keep practicing different skills. So there's going to be grammar practices, vocabulary, listening practice, reading practice, writing practice. Cuando se aprende inglés, el inglés se lo aprende desarrollando destrezas o habilidades. Generalmente las habilidades son 4. So there's the writing, grammar and vocabulary. That's 1. Listening and speaking, reading and writing. Entonces las destrezas se van categorizando y se van haciendo a través de prácticas. So this is how we're going to learn. So the more we practice, the more we learn, right? So that's why there's a lot of different practices. So now let's go to the grammar section. Okay. Now this is going to be about present simple. That's why I wanted you to do the game, just like a refresh this that you might know already, and here this will be a quiz. And this is the first quiz on the grammar section. So now, this is about Charlotte, about the reading, okay? So from memory, that's why they want you to remember about Charlotte's story. Try to complete the sentences using the present simple. So how can we complete these statements about Charlotte using present simple? She have a partner at the moment. So what is it missing here? What do you think?
Has.
Doesn't.
Doesn't.
She doesn't, right? Why do we know that it's negative? Why is it negative and not positive, for example?
Because she was single.
Excellent. Because she's single. And she's actually asking her mom and her best friend to find a partner for her. And then she's going to date them and see who had the best option, right? Either her mom or her best friend. So she doesn't have a partner at the moment. How do you write doesn't? This is a negative form. Doesn't. Aquí hay algo que no sé si les ha pasado, pero a veces sucede en la plataforma. En inglés se usan mucho los apóstrofes, right? Siempre el apóstrofe es para la contracción. Si el teclado no es un teclado que está en inglés, a veces la configuración del teclado nos muestra un apóstrofe que no es el que la plataforma usualmente nos pide, ¿ya? Entonces, tengamos precaución cuando escribamos. El apóstrofe tiene que ser así como curvito, como que usted lo hace. Es como una comita, pero arriba, más o menos. Si la computadora no lo tiene de esa manera, puede ser que la plataforma no le acepte ese apóstrofe. Pero aquí es muy fácil. Lo que se puede hacer es abrir una ventana y poner apostrophe en English y a lo mejor lo puede copiar y lo pega. Y usted soluciona el problema. Pero hay que buscar la manera, ¿no? What about number 2? She on a date with each man. So she's gonna be dating two guys, two different guys.
She goes.
Excellent. She goes on a date with each man. So she's gonna date each of them, and then she has to decide who's the best partner. Number 3, which one? If we're using present simple, acuérdese, present simple, not future, no present continuous. Which one does?
Does.
Why
Does.
does? ¿Por qué será does aquí? Y no
Does.
Le pregunto. My question to you.
Third person.
Because we're talking about she, right? If it's she, it's a third person singular, so it means that we have to use the auxiliary form does. Good, excellent. Number 4, what kind of man?
Do.
Why do and not does?
Because it is I. Do I like?
Do I like? If I'm talking about myself, first person singular, do. Okay. What about number 5?
Do.
But we're talking about myself. If it's about myself, I don't. Okay, es primera persona. I don't usually like men with beard. Ella dijo que no le gustaban los hombres que tenían barbita, right? And now you try it. Okay, usted intente. Because this is my attempt, but I'm not the student. I want you to try. Aquí, mire, a alguien se le fue el tiempo. Eso puede pasar también. Y hay muchas cosas que ya con la experiencia he visto que pueden pasar en la plataforma. So, if this happened, aquí usted a lo mejor puso intentar y se le fue el tiempo. No se dio cuenta y quedó abierto y el tiempo se expiró. Entonces la plataforma le va a decir que tiene 0, obviamente. But you can try again. Por eso yo les doy siempre el segundo intento, ¿ya? Alexander, Noelia, Sonia. So everybody's trying. Good. Okay, let me see who finished. If someone, oh, good. Alexander, excellent. Noelia, Sonia. Okay, let's check out Sonia de Mera. Okay, Sonita. Good. Aquí miren, fíjense en el apóstrofe. Si usted, por ejemplo, aquí, tal vez mi teclado no tenía este apóstrofe. Entonces, yo coloqué algo que se parecía, pero no era, no me la va a validar como respuesta correcta. Aunque yo sé que está bien, pero porque es un sistema computarizado, it might be, right? But, usted la puede abrir, generalmente, y tengo estudiantes que a veces tenían ya en un documento el apóstrofe, solamente lo copiaba a mí, lo copio y lo pego. Fine, so as you wish. Aquí hay que buscar las maneras, ¿no? And that's it. So that's the first practice. That's the first grammar practice. But let's keep moving to the second grammar practice. Okay, so that's just the first one. That was Grammar Bank 1A, right? Let's go to Grammar Bank 1B. So there's another grammar practice. Okay, let's see. Write the words in the right order. This is really nice. Okay. How can I reorder the words to make sentences in present simple? Okay, what do you think? Always before go I. So before is written.
I always go to bed before 11.
I always go to bed before 11 p.m., right? I always go to bed before 11. Okay, that should be the first one. What about the second one? Ever heard Kate sees family hardly? So what should go first? Alexander.
Kate.
Kate. Wait.
Family.
Kate. Kate. Uppercase, right? Because we're talking about Kate.
Sees hardly ever.
Kate.
Ever.
See
Kate ever sees, no, Kate
Kate
ever
sees
hardly
ever.
Hardly ever
Sees her family.
sees her family.
Family.
Ok. Estos adverbios de frecuencia generalmente van antes del verbo. I always go to bed at, mire como lo que estaba acá arriba. I always go to bed before 11 a.m. So usually it goes before the main verb. Siempre van antes del verbo. I never go to the park on Sundays. Ya, entonces siempre va antes. Kate hardly ever sees her family. Como que casi nunca los ve, ¿no? Okay, what about number 3? Saturdays never shopping on Go We.
We never go shopping on Saturday.
Excellent. We never go shopping. Why? Because Saturday, Mall del Sol is crazy. There's too many people, right? That's why we never go shopping on Saturday. Number 4. A to I dentist here go twice then. How can we rewrite this one?
I go to the dentist twice a year.
I go to the dentist twice. ¿Qué significa twice? 2 times.
Dos veces.
2 times a year. I go to the dentist twice a year, every 6 months somehow, right? What about number 5? Mercy. In day breakfast, they sometimes garden have. What is always first? Always. Es lo que va primerito. The personal pronoun, right? The subject.
Sometimes.
They. Sometimes. They sometimes. What do they do?
Garden have in the breakfast.
Have breakfast where?
In the garden.
In the garden. So they sometimes have breakfast in the garden. La estructura va así siempre. Primerísimo, personal pronoun o el subject. They, right? It might be they, you, Daniela, Mercy, Alexander, sometimes have breakfast in the garden. Entonces, este adverbio de frecuencia siempre va antes del main verb. Okay, one more. Usually morning we listen in radio too. We usually listen. We listen.
The radio in the morning.
We usually listen to the radio when? In the
morning.
Because we want to listen to the news and see how's the weather like, what happened the day before. So we usually listen to the radio in the morning. Y tiene sentido completamente la oración, right? Present simple. In they park every Alan there runs. So who's the subject? ¿Quién es el sujeto?
Alan runs in the park every day.
Alan runs
every day in the park.
También. Alan runs. Aquí va después, pero igual. Could be. El always puede ser que vaya antes. Alan always runs. Pues aquí puede ser antes, yo creo. Alan always runs, right? De acuerdo a la regla. Runs in the park. In the park. When? Every day, right? Alan always runs in the park every day. Good. After drink, I coffee or never. Who's the subject? I never drink what? Coffee. After 4. Why? Because usually there's people who have like trouble sleeping, right? If they eat, if they drink coffee at night, they will not be able to sleep. So, and never drink coffee after 4 p.m. Okay. Often John go to dozen cinema day. Who's the subject?
A menudo.
John. Estamos hablando de John, right?
Doesn't go.
Often.
John often. Good.
Doesn't to go.
John. But it's a negative, right? John. If it's negative, how can we fix this?
Doesn't.
Doesn't often.
Doesn't often, or often doesn't.
Doesn't.
Okay, let's.
Doesn't often.
John often, casi nunca, rarely, right? Often doesn't. Apostrophe, aquí hay que usar el apostrophe. Doesn't go where?
To the cinema.
To the cinema. Ese to the cinema every day, in the morning, in the garden, twice a year, on Saturday. Ese es como el complemento, ¿no? Como lo que, el detalle al final. But that's usually at the end of the sentence. Good. What about the last one? Visit I once. Who's the subject?
My mom visit. My mom.
That's not the subject. ¿De quién estamos hablando?
I
often, right?
I once.
Often.
It's once, no.
Once,
I
I'm
visit
sorry.
once a month.
So then it's one. I visit who? My mom, right? My mom. My mom. I visit my mom. How often?
Once a month.
Once a month. I visit my mom once a month. La visita ¿con qué frecuencia? Once a month. Only once a month. And that's it. Okay, let's see.
Él le pregunta, ¿siempre está una palabra más?
If there's one wrong word, let me see, Sonia is finished. Let's see. A veces puede ser que no le valide por el apóstrofe. Si usted escribió mal una palabra, se le fue una letrita por ahí, se le fue mal escrita la letra, no se lo va a hacer valer. Aquí, ¿por qué no le hizo valer aquí? Porque aquí, estas estaban bien, pero le faltó terminar las últimas. A lo mejor se le fue el tiempo. Could be. Puede ser que aquí el tiempo...
En las 7 está una palabra extra que no está en las palabras.
That's right. Okay, let me go to settings. Hay una, ¿cuál es la 1, no es cierto?
La 7.
La 7. La 7 tenía always y tenía everyday.
Question.
Algo sí estaba de más.
Okay, let me see. Había una que tenía una palabra de más. Okay, let's check. A ver, ¿cuál es la que estaba de más? 7 is good. 8, 9. I think it was 1, right? Before, the word before is twice, right? And here. I always go to bed before. Solamente había un before. Debe haber uno, no dos, right? Number 2, Kate hardly ever sees her family. Number 3, we never go shopping. Esa estaba bien. I go to the dentist twice a year. They sometimes have breakfast in the garden. Mira, aquí podían ser dos opciones. Había dos maneras de hacerlo y las dos son válidas. Puede ser que también pongamos sometimes at the beginning. Sometimes they have breakfast in the garden. Y no está gramaticalmente errónea si se lo escribe de esa manera. We usually listen to the radio in the morning. That was fine. Alan runs in the park every day. It was fine. I never drink coffee after 4. We checked that. John doesn't often go to the cinema. So doesn't, it was before often. The negative auxiliary form is always before. I visit my mom once a month. Y si se fijan en otro detalle, hay un detalle bien pequeño, but it might be, it might make a difference. Por ejemplo, el full stop. En inglés se le llama full stop al punto final. Si usted coloca el punto final aquí, no se la va a valer porque el punto final está fuera del cuadrito. O sea, no hay que colocar el punto final. Could be. Otra cosa que puede ser que se nos escape. Puede ser que la oración esté bien escrita y usted diga, no, pero yo escribí bien. Si usted escribe por ahí, por error, se le va doble espacio, también no le va a hacer valer. Porque cada palabra tiene como que, se entiende que entre palabra y palabra solamente debe haber un espacio. Pero si a lo mejor en una palabra usted dejó dos o después de la siguiente dejó doble espacio, puede ser. O sea, le estoy dando todas las posibles alternativas.
I corrected anyways.
Which one?
The John.
Okay,
The
let's
sentence of John.
John. Okay, where was John? John
doesn't often go to the cinema, and it marks like it's wrong, so I don't know why.
Let me see. John doesn't often go to the cinema. It should be fine. Let me see.
John está escrito diferente, si se fija. Está la H donde no debe estar.
Thank you. Those are the things that, yeah, we can help each other. Aquí para eso estamos, para ayudarnos. A lo mejor ni miren, ni yo me di cuenta. Yeah. I'm trying to look at what's wrong. It might happen, pero para eso estamos. Ahí nos ayudamos entre todos. A ver, uy, se me fue. Mira, John es J-O-H-N y acá estaba J-H-O-N. Esas cositas.
Gracias.
Ajá, thank you. Ajá, so that is teamwork. And then you can try again. So I think everybody's trying again. Don't worry.
Teacher, please help me. A mí también, ayúdame a repetir.
Okay, let me see. Let me check out all the different attempts. Okay, who is it? Your name? Just to check.
Yvette.
Oh, Yvette. Okay, let me see Yvette. Just give me one. Yvette, that was the first one. Okay, Yvette, okay. So this is what I usually do. Okay, let me see. How can I do it? Oh, no, it's not like this. Okay, I remember how it is. Yvette, I have to. Is it somebody else? No, only Yvette? Okay. And then you can try now. Okay. If you press F5, cada vez que usted quiere como refrescar la página, usted presiona F5. Once you press F5, es como que se recarga nuevamente la página. And then you'll see any changes.
Teacher, ¿y el 1A no vamos a hacer?
Let me see. Let me go back. That was 1A, right? Let me see. We are here right now. 1A, this is done. We did 1A already. Let me see. This is 1B, right? Let me see. Maybe this one. We're talking about this one, right? Okay, let's see. I think we didn't do this one. Okay, this is... okay. In here, you know what? Let me see. Don't try it yet. We can usually, this is what I do. Just give me one moment. Let me do something for you. Okay. We usually can use the slides to do the practice in here. So if you go to the slides, then you'll see this, right? We did 1A, right? We did 1A, we did 1B, but we didn't do 1A. Okay, so these are the sentences, and this is like an extra slide. So in here, you can write the sentences, okay? How do we do this? Well, I can write number 1, so you can help each other. Number 2, how many sentences are they? how many? Let me see, 10. Okay, 1, 2, and somebody else can try number 3, and then number 4, and then number 5, and then number 6, and then number 7, and then this is what I usually do. I can duplicate a slide. Yo lo puedo duplicar. And then in here, I keep writing 8. And then I write 9. And then I write 10. Oh, I'm sorry. ¿Sí ven? Yo lo que hice fue duplicar el slide y acá seguía escribiendo los otros números que faltaban, que no entran aquí. Okay. Now, how do we do this? So, the statement is not complete. If you take a look, there's like a plus sign, a question mark, a negative sign. Si tiene un plus sign, significa que el statement va a ser afirmativo. Si tiene un question mark, significa que esa es una pregunta. Que lo que hay que formular es una pregunta. If it has a negative sign, it means that it's a negative statement. Entonces, ese símbolo nos va a indicar que la oración es negativa. Okay? Now, number 1. And in here, write down your name. No se olvide de su nombre. Please. Does Anna like music? Is that the first one? Yes, because it's a question, right? It's a question. So let me make it bigger. Le vamos a hacerlo más grande para que usted lo vea mejor. Does Anna like music? Excellent, Noelia. So that one was done by Noelia. Ese ya otra persona ya no lo va a hacer porque ya lo hizo Noelia, right? And then number 2. So number 2 says, my sister have a lot of hobbies. Okay. And remember that they should be in present simple. So how can you rewrite the sentence? Anyone? Number 2.
My sister has
Excellent, Fausto. My sister has a lot of
hobbies.
Has. Excellent. Okay, good. So you can write it down. Aquí lo escribe. On number 2, ahí escribimos. Y usted pone su nombre, no se olvide. Number 3. Let's go to number 3. I get on very well with my parents, but it's a negative statement. So how can we?
I don't.
Excellent. Daniela, yes, go ahead. I don't get very well. Get on es un phrasal verb. Get on significa como que no se lleva bien, ¿no? A veces sucede. We might get on well or we might not get on very well with people, right? So I don't get on very well with my parents. And this is what you should write on number 3. Excellent. Ok. Aquí, mire. Le explico cómo escribir, Fausto. ¿Sí puedo escribir la oración? No. ¿Le quiere que le explique?
Please,
Of course. Ese es mi trabajo. Acuérdese, ese es el trabajo de los teachers. Explicar. Ok. Entonces, ¿cómo usted escribe aquí en el slide? Si usted se fija en la diapositiva, aquí está todo en inglés, ¿no? Yo pongo todo en inglés so I can push myself to read, right? In English. Si usted va aquí arriba, usted va a ver un cuadrito que dice text box, cuadrito de texto. Usted hace clic ahí y se va a hacer como un símbolo de más. Entonces ahí usted se coloca donde usted quiere escribir y se va a abrir un cuadrito. And this is where you can write. Ahora, si está en la diapositiva, ¿cómo accede a la diapositiva? Accede a través del enlace. El enlace es lo que yo siempre comparto aquí en el chat. Aquí. This is where I usually... Entonces, si usted no ha podido entrar todavía, vaya al chat y usted va a encontrar ahí el enlace. So once you are on the slide, you go to text box. And this is where you open a text box. Ajá.
En el chat de WhatsApp.
No, en el chat de Zoom. En el chat de Zoom. Ajá, ajá. And this is how you can write. Si usted le quiere cambiar el color, le quiere cambiar el tamaño, el tipo de letra, le parece fea, quiero escribir amarillo. I don't really mind. I don't really, I mean, it's not important. But if you want to make it nice, up to you. Si no, usamos el tipo de letra regular. It doesn't matter. Good. Daniela, excellent. Anita, can you read number 4?
Yes, and my brother doesn't study at university.
Okay, good. Doesn't study, right? Because I'm talking about my brother. Good. What about number 5? I think someone is doing number 5. Let's see. My neighbors have any children, but it's a negative statement. Okay, let me see. Number 5. My neighbors, have any children, but this is negative. So how can you rewrite it? Okay, my neighbors don't have any children. So why is it don't and not doesn't, Dan? What do you think? Why are we using don't?
Because neighbors is in plural.
Excellent, because we're talking about the neighbors. It's more than one, right? Good, excellent, Dan. When does the film start? Excellent, Charlene. Does, because we're talking about the film. No vamos a usar do porque estamos hablando de film, right? What about number 7? He goes out twice a week. Excellent. Y aquí no va a ser go because we're talking about he. He goes out. Él sale a comer. Maybe he goes out with his friends. Maybe to the cinema, to play football. But he goes out twice a week. Johanna, excellent. Number 8, we don't often talk about politics. Good. Karen, excellent. What about number 9? Who's helping me with number 9? Let me see. What is number 9? Let's read it. How often you email your brother? So how can we make this a question? I think someone is helping. It's a question, right? Yvette, can you read yours? Yvette? Can you just read it? I go on Facebook.
I don't go on Facebook very often.
I don't, right? Good. I don't go on Facebook. I think we're not even using Facebook anymore, right? That is old. Facebook. I think people are using, what is it people using nowadays instead of Facebook? What do we use more than Facebook? Sonia.
No le escucho bien, es que estoy con el celular y no se oye nada.
Oh, okay, yeah. Next time try it. Yeah, I know. With your cell phone, it's not the same. What do people use nowadays instead of Facebook? That is called social media. So who's doing number 9? How often? Good. I think someone is helping me. My sister has a lot of hobbies. Fausto. Good. Fausto, you did it. Good. Uh-huh. So how can we do number 9? Alexander, can you help?
Hi.
Uh-huh.
How often
Uh-huh.
do you email your brother?
Good. How often do you email your brother? Because we're talking about you. Do you? Excellent. That's number 9. Okay, you know what? So now I'm gonna stop sharing that screen and let's go back to Moodle. Okay, let's go to the grammar bank so we can finish the grammar bank. Okay. Grammar bank 1A, right? This is the one. Okay, I missed my first attempt. I did not realize. Okay, so this is the one, right? Write sentences and questions in the present simple. Okay, now you try it. Ranji. Sonia. Okay. Sonia, you can try again. Angie, María José.
La abrí por error.
Okay. It might happen. ¿Se dan cuenta? Por eso siempre les doy otra oportunidad. That's why. Okay. Puede ser que la primera se le fue, entonces ya. It's not that you don't want to do it, but you couldn't do it. María José, good. María José Urrala, great. Good. So in here, I mean, we might need to pay attention to apostrophes. Tenga cuidado con los apostrophes. Tenga cuidado cuando usted escribe. Si a lo mejor escribió Ana con una N y era con 2 N, no es que esté mal, but if there's a a spelling issue, if there's a misspelled word, it might not. A lo mejor se olvidó le puso aquí el signo de interrogación y no tenía que ponerle también. So, tenga solamente precaución con esos detalles. Okay. And that's it. Okay, I'll give you time, okay? I'll give you 3 more minutes.
Is my neighbors dozen or don't?
Okay, let me see. Let's check. I think if we're talking about your neighbors, it's don't because it's plural, right? But let's check. That's 1A. Okay. Let's double check. Okay. Let me see, Maria Jose, okay, everybody else is trying. Let's check Maria Jose's attempt. My neighbors don't have any children because it's plural.
Okay.
Okay, let's check again. Let's see, how are you doing? Okay. Oh, there's still people working. Okay, don't worry. Keep trying. And then we'll check. I'll give you more time. Okay, let's check if it's okay, Yvette. Maybe what was wrong? My sister has a lot of hobbies. Maybe was it the fact that sister is with like uppercase, porque está con mayúscula, sister, maybe, right? I think that was the mistake. We often don't talk about politics. Entonces, often iba antes de don't. That's before. Okay, let me see. Let me check somebody else's attempt. Okay. Keep checking. Okay, we have more people who finished. Sonia. Okay, let's check Sonia's. What happened? When does the film, what happened here? What is it missing?
Start.
Start.
Nos falta el start.
Okay, but it was just one word. Let me see, somebody else's attempt. Karen, where is it, Karen? Let me see, Karen. We don't talk.
Me faltó. Yo la hice y me faltó el after.
Choose. Okay, don't worry. Let me see. It might happen. Let me see if there's another student. Charlene. What happened with Charlene? Okay. Miren. ¿Qué está mal aquí en la primera, Charlene?
El signo de interrogación.
El signo.
Ya. Sí, aquí cuando usted ve el signo afuera, ya significa que no tiene que ponerlo adentro. Pero, then this is the learning process in Moodle. Así nos vamos a equivocar, but don't worry. This is just one more quiz. You know what? While you keep trying, let's listen to Charlotte's story. How did it end? What happened at the very end? So what happened when she met Alexander? And what did she think of him? Does she want to see him again? Remember that she was dating two different guys, one chosen by her mother and one chosen by her best friend. So let's see what happened.
1.14. My first impression of Alexander was that he was much older than me. In fact, he was 32, but I thought he was older. But when we started talking, I really liked him. He was extrovert and funny, and he had a very good sense of humour. He works for a TV company, and he told me a lot of good stories about his work. He was also interested in the same things as me, art and music, and we talked a lot about that. Physically, he wasn't really my type. It's difficult to say why. He was tall and dark and quite good looking, and he had a nice smile, but there just wasn't any chemistry between us. I could imagine going to a concert or theatre with him, but as a friend. Sorry, Mum, but no.
So what happened with Alexander? Why did she like him or not? Why? Okay, I want to listen to you. What do you think? Grace, Johanna, Lisbeth. You've been quiet, Lisbeth. I
He
haven't.
was older than her,
Okay.
but she said that he was funny and has sense of humor, but he wasn't her type.
It wasn't. She liked him, but not as a partner, right? Maybe as a friend.
As a friend.
But romantically, like, no, right? Let me play it again. So it might be, if you couldn't listen, let's listen one more time. Good.
1.14. My first impression of Alexander was that he was much older than me. In fact, he was 32, but I thought he was older. But when we started talking, I really liked him. He was extrovert and funny, and he had a very good sense of humour. He works for a TV company, and he told me a lot of good stories about his work. He was also interested in the same things as me, art and music, and we talked a lot about that. Physically, he wasn't really my type. It's difficult to say why. He was tall and dark and quite good looking, and he had a nice smile, but there just wasn't any chemistry between us. I could imagine going to a concert or theatre with him, but as a friend. Sorry, Mum, but no.
Okay, so he wasn't really her type, right? She liked him, but not romantically, right? She said there's no chemistry, right? I mean, if you really like someone, you should like him, but there should be something else, right? Because then it might be just a friend, right? And let me see what happened at the very end. So she didn't like the guy romantically, but what happened? What was Charlotte's final decision?
1.15. When I first saw Oliver, I thought he looked warm and friendly and more attractive than Alexander. He was quite tall, with short blonde hair, and he had lovely blue eyes, a bit like the actor Jude Law. He was a bit shy and quiet at first, but when we started chatting, he relaxed, and we found we had a lot of things in common. We both liked books and the cinema. He was generous too. He wanted to pay for everything. I really enjoyed the evening. When it was time to go, he asked for my phone number and said he wanted to meet again. We walked out of the restaurant and went to look for a taxi. And then something happened, and I knew that it was impossible for me to go out with him. He said, "At last," and took out a packet of cigarettes. That was it, I'm afraid. I could never have a boyfriend who was a smoker. I think perhaps for my next date, I'm going to choose the man myself. I don't think another person can really choose a partner for you.
Okay, so what was her final decision? Which guy did she choose at the very end? Which of them?
None of them.
No. Why?
No one.
Why she didn't like them? I mean, the first one, okay, she liked him, but not romantically. But what about the second guy?
He smokes.
Ah, he smokes, right? And she said, I could never be with someone who smokes, right? Maybe she's allergic. I think she didn't mention that, but well. Hi, Andres. Welcome back. Okay, so that was
Hi, Miss.
yeah. Hi, Andres. That was the end of the story, right? Now, if you check in Moodle, this is where you will find the class activities for week number 2. So if you were not in class, if you were not here, if you could not like work the different activities on the slide, this is where they will be posted, okay? Las slides yo no es que las descuelgo ni las saco de aquí. Generalmente quedan ahí, ¿no? Para que usted pueda acceder a través de la misma plataforma al material de la clase, ¿ok? So now let's keep moving on to the next practice. And these are going to be like workbook practices, okay? But this is again from unit number 1B, okay? So this is already open for you. If you want, we can do this. This is what I usually do. I go back to my slides, and this is where we can do the practices together, and then we go back to Moodle. Okay, let me show you. This is where they are, just to let you know where we are. So that was 1A, right? This is like Charlotte's story, and this is like the next, this is the next unit is within 1B, but these are going to be workbook activities, okay? This is like an extra practice. Now, what about this? How can we write all of these like positive sentences into negative statements? Okay, this is where you're gonna help me. Okay, I'm gonna add the names here so you can help me. So Jose is gonna be, helping me. Number 2. Let me make the font smaller. Jose Gutierrez. And then number 3. So I'll add your names in here, right? So you don't even have to write them. Number 3 is not gonna be Jose, but there's gonna be somebody else, Angie. Okay, Angie, you help me with the second one. And I'm spelling your name. Okay, and then number 4, there is Jose, so you can start writing on the slide. Let me see, Sabrina. And then, let me keep moving. Wait, just make sure that you don't move the slide. Okay. Let me, okay. And number 5, let me ask somebody else to do number 5. Let me see, Anita, Anna M, and then Maria Luisa. Would you like to help me? Of course. Maria Luisa, I'm gonna add you here. So you're gonna be doing number 6. Maria Luisa, so you can practice. So this is what we are for. We're here to practice. Maria Luisa, and the very last one, number 7. And here, I'm gonna ask Maria Jose. Okay, so Maria Jose, you help me with number 7. Maria Jose. There you go. Okay, I add your names already. Okay, there you go. If you want me to share the links again, I can do it. So the first one is done. So Jose, how could you rewrite number 2? Okay, good. We live in a flat. We don't live in a flat. Angie, good. Number 4, I play tennis. Sabrina. Jose, number 2. It rains a lot here. This is just present simple. It's not present continuous. Cuando escribimos it's not raining, that's present continuous. It's just present simple. But this is just like positive into negative statements. Sabrina, number 4. I play tennis. I don't play tennis. Excellent. Acuérdese aquí el apóstrofe. Angie, we don't live in a flat. Jose, is it right or not? He has a bear. He doesn't have a bear. Anita, good. They go to the gym. They don't go to the gym. Maria Luisa, good. She writes a blog. She doesn't write a blog. Okay, that's just the first one. Now, let's keep moving. Now, complete the question with do or does. Okay. Lisbeth, number 1 is done, right? When do you meet your friends? What about number 2? Your laptop have a webcam?
Does.
Why does and not do?
Does your laptop have a webcam?
A webcam.
Webcam.
Why is it does and not do? What's the subject in here?
Does is a plural.
No, it's singular.
Or singular. And do is plural.
It might not be just plural because if I'm talking about myself, it's do. I do or you don't. So does is it does because we're talking about the laptop. Aquí el sujeto no es usted, but it's the laptop. So if we're talking about the laptop, es tercera persona, es singular, that's why it's does. Okay. What about number 3, Charlene? What time
do we need to leave?
Why is it do and not does?
Because the pronoun is we.
Okay, good. Excellent, Charlene. Excellent. Because we're talking about we, right? What time do we need to leave? Good. Johanna, number 4.
Does your mother work from home?
Good, because we're talking about your mother, right? So if it's your mother, it's third person singular, does. Good. Okay, anybody else? Karen, number 5, I'm sorry. 5.
Which website do you use most?
Good, because we're talking about you. Do you use the most? Good. Jose, number 6. If we're talking about your girlfriend.
Does.
Does your girlfriend like action films? Good. Okay, let me see somebody else. Noelia, what about number 7?
Does your brother spend a long time on Facebook?
Good. Because we're talking about your brother and it's a male and it's singular. Good. And that was it. That's it. What about this? Okay. Let's do this in here because in Moodle this will look like very small. A veces en Moodle las imágenes de los quizzes se ven muy chiquitas. Entonces por eso es que yo uso siempre los slides. Okay. So what about this? We have a couple and this is their story. Okay. And we have some words that should be placed on the missing spaces. There's like missing gaps. Okay, and the words are not come, earn, get on, study, have, not like, live, prefer, not see, share, want, or work. So these are the different words that we need to like place where they should be. Okay. So can we start? Angie, can you start reading? So we can complete, so we can help each other.
Reading or compliment? I am very different from my boyfriend, Jaime. Jaime works as a vet and he...
So Jamie works as a vet and he...
Jamie.
Quite a lot of money. So what could be the word? The missing word.
Earn.
Why earn? This one, right? Or not? Work is already used. Eso ya está, we cross it out. He is a vet and he quite a lot of money. So what is the right word? I think you said it, Angie.
Has.
Which one? You
Has.
can put the chat. Have. It's
Has.
have, has.
Has. He has quite a lot of money.
It might be, it could be, and it should not be, I mean, it could be right, but that's not really the word. There's another verb that it's like, is much better when you are trying to explain or describe than someone, if he works, he gets, or he, instead of gets or has, when you're working and you're talking about money, there's another verb. Is there any other options? Let's see.
Why is not earn?
Who said earn?
The second. ¿Por qué no es earn?
That's the one. Earn. And you said it, but then you didn't say anything else. This is right. Yeah, it was right. Earn. Earn. It means get it. When we're talking about money, we can say that someone has money porque tiene dinero. Pero en este caso está refiriéndose que al trabajo, right? So where she's describing her boyfriend's job, right? And since he's a vet, he earns quite a lot of money. So in here is earns. And we have to add the letter S because we're talking about Jamie. And Jamie is a he. So earns is gonna be with S, right? In here, can you please write it down on the slide? I think you can, right? Let me take this out. Let me see. And here, you can write it down. Aha, good. I'm not gonna use annotation tool to write in Zoom, the one from the Zoom annotations, because they don't stay there. No se guardan. Okay, let's keep reading. Good. Thank you, Angie. Maria Jose. Let's keep reading. And here. This is where we are. I'm a student.
I am.
Ajá.
Perdón, pensé que estaba perdiendo el micrófono.
No.
I am a student and
I
study music at university.
Good. So that would be study, right? That's what she studied. She studies music at the university. And then since she's studying music, what could be number 4? Lisbeth, what do you think? Maria Jose, good. To be a teacher, a music teacher.
I don't like to be a music.
But she studied music already.
Oh, I prefer to be a music teacher when
I want.
She wants, right? If she's studying music, is it because she wants to be a music teacher when she finishes? Don't worry. Let's keep reading.
I get on.
Which one? Well, we are here. This is where we are. I don't know if you're here. Okay, let me see. Let me see if you could write the words in here. Okay. Okay, what about number 3? And I study music, right? And then she said, I want to be a music teacher when I finish. Hasta ahí vamos. Now, let's keep reading. So there's more. What about this? About Jamie.
Jamie lives in a small house in the country.
Good. He lives in a small house in the country. And then, Sonia, and I Live is already here. It's already used, right? Live.
I have. I
share.
Why is it shared and not
I
why?
share a plate with
Friends.
Because she shared a flat, an
Compartir.
apartment. She shares a flat, a space with friends. Okay, so she's not the only one living there. She shares the place with some friends in the city center. We often
Life with often lives.
we often
Not like. Not like.
but it's not gonna be not like.
No.
We often in our flats, but Jamie. Okay, let's see. There might be more than one option. Let me see. Wait. I lost it. Jamie lives in a small house in the country and I share a flat with some friends in the city center. We often, in our flat, but Jamie, they are very different. I mean, she's like describing him and describing how she is and how he is, what she likes and what he doesn't like, where she lives and where he lives. They don't live together. So what could we often
have parties in our flat, but Jamie doesn't like it.
But he doesn't like it, right? Why? Why we know it's negative? Because on the very next sentence, she says that how does she describe Jamie? He's quite shy. So that's why maybe he doesn't like parties, right? So they often have parties in their flat, but Jamie doesn't. He's quite shy, so since he's shy,
doesn't like.
No, that's already used. We used like already.
Share.
Share is done already. It's here.
So he don't come.
There is used.
Like,
is used.
Doesn't come.
Prefer.
So he prefers being with other people, right? He doesn't like to party, but he enjoys like being with people, but not in parties because he's shy, right? I'm quite an extrovert, so I to be in a group. What do you think? Noelia, I think she's working there. I can see your name.
Yeah, it's because I'm reading and I'm trying to figure out what is the word.
Yeah, so he's shy, but she's not shy. She's an extrovert. He's shy. So since she's shy, he doesn't like being with other people, right? Because he's shy. And since she's an extrovert, she prefers to be in a group, right? Because they're different, right? What about then 11? What about here? Jamie much because he's usually busy.
I doesn't see Jamie much because he's usually busy.
But is it doesn't?
I don't see.
I don't, because estoy hablando about myself, right? I don't see Jamie much. Don't worry, because he's usually busy, because he's a vet, he's a doctor, right? But when we are together, we always do they have a good or bad relationship? She says really well.
Get on really well.
Get on. Ellos se llevan bien, right? They have a good relationship when they are, even though they're different, right? But they get on really well. Some people say that opposites attract. And for Jamie and me, it's true, according to according to, what was her name? What was her name? He's Jamie and she is,
Jamie.
it doesn't say, right? Her name. She doesn't say her name. Just, she's like talking just about her boyfriend. Okay. But that's it. Okay, now when we did it in here, let me take this out and let me see if we could complete all the different words. Can you please help me? We often parties, but Jamie doesn't come, right? Because he's shy. He doesn't go to parties. I don't see Jamie much. We always, and then here we have to complete the words. But you did not write your name. Se olvidan de poner el nombre. Don't forget to add your name. Okay, now let's go back to Moodle. Let's try this as a quiz. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, this is, so if you go to Moodle, if you click, and now you'll be able to see this. Okay, I'll show you how you're gonna look like. So this is what we already worked on. We worked 1A, 1B, and this is where we are now. We're on 1B, Charlotte's Choice Workbook Activities. So this is what is it? This is open for you now, okay? So we're gonna do the quizzes now. We did it on the slides, but it will be exactly the same. Okay, let's go and let's do the first one. Okay, let's try it. And here they give you positive sentences and you have to write them negative. That was the first quiz. Okay, you can try it now. Maria Luisa, Dana, Grace, everybody should be here. 1A, and this is unit 1B. Les muestro de nuevo. This is where we are. 1B. Cada vez que ustedes vean que la unidad ya sale así como en color, es porque ya está abierta y ya la vamos a ir trabajando. Okay, so this is where we are now. And we're doing the first quiz on unit 1B workbook. Okay. And now you try it, okay? See, I should see everybody here. Everybody should be here. Noelia and Maria Jose. What about the rest? ¿Dónde está el resto? So this is where everyone should be working on. My 20 students, 20 people. Good. Now Joanna's there. Good. Karen, Lisbeth, Alexander, and Sonia. Y yo, mira lo que yo hago. I keep refreshing. Otra vez refresco. And I keep looking. And Dana and Yvette. Good. Sonia. And I keep refreshing. Hasta que tenga que ver aquí a todo el mundo. Dana, Angie, Mercy. Good. Aquí, ¿quién me falta? How many students do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only 11. I'm missing 11 more. Ok. La idea es que usted haga la práctica ahorita, aquí, para que ustedes luego no se la acumulen, porque luego yo voy a seguir. There's lots of quizzes, muchos. But this is class practice. María Luisa, good. Grace, I'm missing Grace. Let me see. ¿Quién más me falta aquí? Porque si usted lo deja ahí, ay no, después lo hago. Después, créanme que it's gonna be too much. Pero si vamos así, uno por uno, todos juntos al mismo tiempo, créanme que vamos a terminar todo. Tenemos que terminar todo. We have to. Por eso cada sesión se van trabajando. Every unit and different activities. Sonia, good. Charlene. Okay, I'll give you time, okay? But as you can see, this is exactly the same as what we were doing on the slides. Por eso los slides son muy importantes. Este es como que fuera nuestro cuadernillo. Haga de cuenta que usted tiene un cuaderno, pero es un cuaderno digital. Es como que tuviéramos el libro, pero lo tuviéramos el libro digital, okay? So this is this one already. 1B, and this is grammar 1A. We did it already. So esto ya tendría que ser rápido. That was 1B, and that is this one. Okay. So they're all open right now on Moodle. Vamos. We still have like 15 minutes to finish at least this first section. Okay, let me see. Uy, se me fue. Okay, let me see. How are we doing? Okay, let me see if I have maybe people who already finished. Okay, Alexander, good. Ana, Angie, Grace, Yvette, José, good. José Enrique, Karen. Ahí está, Karen ya terminó. That was the first one. Let's see what happened. Vamos a ver en qué nos equivocamos. Okay. It doesn't rain a lot here. What was the mistake? Hay un errorcillo ahí.
Without S.
If you're using the auxiliary, you shouldn't add an S to the main verb. Ya cuando usted usa el auxiliar, si la oración es negativa, ya aquí ya no le ponemos la S.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, don't worry. Si no nos equivocamos, nunca vamos a aprender. So the mistakes are just part of the process. Es bueno que nos equivoquemos. So it's actually good. He doesn't has a beard. What was the mistake?
Has.
Has.
It's not gonna be has, it's gonna be have. He doesn't have a beard. Why? Because we're using the auxiliary form, the negative auxiliary form. So the verb remains have. And in here, she doesn't write. What is it wrong?
Miss, in the drive, the 6. Incorrect.
Which one? Number 6.
In the drive. In the drive.
On the slides. Oh, on
yeah.
the slides. Okay, let me see. Let me see. We have to correct the slides. Let me see. Okay. Okay, let's check the slides, of course. He doesn't have a beard. Okay, it's double. Aquí lo hicimos, lo duplicamos. So we didn't do it in here on the slides. So let's do it. So then it should be they don't have, no, they don't go to the gym, right? It should be like this. They don't go to the gym.
The second.
The second one, it's, this is not correct. It doesn't, right? It doesn't rain a lot here. Good. It doesn't rain a lot. We don't live in a flat. I don't play tennis. He doesn't have a bear. They don't go to the gym. And she doesn't write a blog. Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's go back again.
Teacher.
Yes.
Can you check mine, please?
Of course. Okay, I'm gonna check everybody's. Let me reload it. Yo siempre le pongo F5 y F5, and this is how I keep like. Okay, Alexander is writing again. Anita. Dana, excellent. Grace, Yvette, Johanna, good. Karen, let me see. Okay, Sonia, excellent. Good, Sonia. Okay. Who wants me to check again? Is there someone? Alexander, Angie, Dana, Johanna, Karen. You can try again. Oh, remember that there's always like the second chance. Yes. Okay. Andres. Okay. Now, that was just the first one, right? Now, let's write the next one. That was just positive to negative. That's it. Now, let's go to 1B. This is easy. That was just do or does, right? If it's do or does, do or does. So this one should be finished like very quickly. Okay. Okay. That is 1B. So once you're finished with 1A, let's move to 1B. Okay, so this is done. Let's try this one now, okay? Okay, Angie, good. Dana, Yvette, and Charlene. So this is the one we're doing now. 1B. Let me show you. This is 1B workbook, and this is the one we're doing. I'll give you time. Okay, now let me check. Check. Okay. So we're about to finish. There's still, okay, 1B. Okay, let me see. Okay, Alexander, Angie. I'm just trying again, right? Dana, Yvette, Johanna, Karen, Maria Luisa, Mercy, and Charlene. But there's people missing here. Okay. And this is the last activity we're going to be doing. So once you finish with 1A and 1B, let's try 1C. And this is the one from the girl and her boyfriend. Okay, yes, go ahead. I think someone wanted to say anything, something, Alexander, Yvette, no?
Yeah.
Let's go. Yes, tell me.
I think 1B
Earlier.
didn't do it, or did we?
Yes, yes, we have to do all of them. We're doing.
No, I mean, right, like right now.
We did 1A and 1B, and now we're gonna do 1C. But they were all done on the slides already.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So this is the one we're doing now. The one about the girlfriend and the boyfriend, that she was describing how she is, how he is, how different they are, where do they live. Their personalities are different, but at the end she said, well, opposites attract, right? And they get on well. Okay, I'll give you time for this one. Okay, good. Maria Luisa, Maria Jose, good. Johanna, Yvette, and Dan. Let me show you the slides, okay? Because we were doing this on the slides. Okay, just to make sure that everything was checked. Okay, 1A, 1B, and this one. I asked you to help me, remember? Every time we're practicing the slides, I usually ask my students for help. So once this has been checked, then we move to Moodle. What was the last one? We always, so this is missing. We're missing
Get on.
Excellent. We usually get on really well. And here we can make it, we can make the font smaller. Vamos a hacerla más pequeña. It's too big. There you go. And these are all the different, because we did it already in here. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same reading activity. So check them, and then once you check those, you come here. Okay. There you go. Okay.
Por favor, no sé si me
Yes.
puede dar viendo. En la primera actividad me sale a mí como que todo está mal. No sé qué estoy
This
haciendo
one,
mal.
1A. Esta.
Sí.
Okay.
Ajá.
Let's check,
Yo
of course.
Yo le hice copiándole el apóstrofe. Dije tal vez es de eso, pero
Hey,
no sé.
Daniela, let's check, let's check. Daniela. Okay, let's check, of course. Okay, why is it wrong? You don't get... It doesn't rain a lot. I think it's the apostrophe. No sé si usted se fija, en la primera está como así y generalmente es como que solamente así. Ay, ¿cómo le explico?
La apóstrofe es diferente. Solamente el don't está.
Exacto. Es como que, ajá, es el tipo de apóstrofe.
Yo le copié de todos, o sea, le escribí la primera oración y le copié el mismo en toditas, entonces no sé
Pero
qué.
no, pero parece que no se copió. Pero espéreme, tranquila que aquí hay solución. ¿Dónde está Daniel? Vamos a intentar de nuevo, ya vamos a darle otro intento. Espéreme. Vamos a ver. Déjeme borrar ese. And let's check maybe someone, let me see, Anne. Okay, let's check Anne's. Lo que podemos hacer es tratar de copiar bien el apóstrofe. Ajá, es este. Realmente no se veía igual, se veía como más así, como más inclinado, y es como así. Entonces tal vez agarrémoslo de aquí del de Anita y de ahí intentemos de nuevo. Había una que estaba mal porque sí había una palabra que parece que estaba mal escrita, pero yo creo que mostly it was the apostrophe. But you can try again. Si usted refresca ahorita, refresca la plataforma, and they will give you one more chance. So you can like try. Let me see. José Enrique, ¿qué le pasó? I think yes. Ajá. Grace.
Yo quiero que me ayude revisando la segunda actividad donde las respuestas eran do or does.
Do or does. Ok, vamos a ver. Do or does. Vamos a ver. A ver, era esta. 1B, right? A ver, vamos. Do or does. Grace. Okay, Grace. Let me see. Okay. When do you meet your friends? Ya, acá, ¿qué está mal? ¿Quién me ayuda? Alguien, que no sé yo, que se dio cuenta.
La mayúscula.
Ajá, parece algo, un pequeño detalle, pero si es una pregunta, la primera letra tiene que ser en mayúscula. Entonces, esas cositas sí, ese fue el detalle. Pero ¿cuántas veces intentó Grace? Let me see.
Una, Miss.
Okay, so you can try again. Okay, good. So you can try one more time. So it's when, let me see, I don't want to like go before 10 p.m. I know that I started by just explaining a lot about Alticia and about the picture IDs. Don't forget, please, about the picture IDs, about the passport-like picture, about Padlets. That is going to be not for tomorrow, but for next week, okay? Not for tomorrow.